Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting WordPress tutorial. My name is Daryl Wilson, and today in this video, I'll walk you all through how to create a food ordering website with WordPress step by step. So this tutorial will cater for pretty much any type of restaurant business owner. Your visitors can come to your website and place orders for food directly on your website. They can then pay you with credit card or with PayPal. And for those restaurants who want to accept reservations, this tutorial will also show you how to allow customers to reserve tables directly on your websites. So visitors can come to your websites and they can book for specific times and dates, and they can also even book a specific table. There's actually a visual layout builder with this thing. It's incredible. So visitors can come to your websites and book the exact table they want directly on your websites. You will also be able to generate a downloadable QR code for your restaurants. You can place these on your website or print them out and use these as digital menus. You can also use this tutorial for a complete delivery service. So once the user places an order on your website, your customers will get a text message automatically. This will notify them about the status and the delivery time of their order. They can click on the text message and it'll show them exactly where the order is. It'll actually show them where the driver is and how long it takes to get to their destination. When the driver delivers the food, you can request a proof of confirmation by requesting a signature from your customers. Your customers can easily sign it with their finger using your driver's phone, and once that's done, the order's complete and you have proof of delivery. And just in case the driver gets lost or there's an issue for whatever reason, your customers can text message the driver or even call them if any problems arise. Now, I realize many people watching this might be in different food industries, right? So we actually have a variety of pre-made starter templates that you can easily import on your website. These pre-made starter kits range from steakhouses to high-end restaurants to Chinese food, burger restaurants, culinary schools, Italian food, Mexican food, and pretty much any type of industry you might be in. We'll also be using a drag and drop builder, so you don't need to know any sort of code or have any experience whatsoever to build this website. So let me give you all a quick virtual tour of this website and show you how customers will book orders on your website. Okay, so here's my authentic Japanese restaurant website. Now, when the visitors come to your website, they'll click on View Menu, and then they can see a list of your menu items. So here we have spicy tuna, white scallops, and delicious sushi. Now, there's also various ways on how you can present your menu. You can change the colors and you can also change the format. There's a few different styles. Here's another style, right? So here we have our ice cream menu where we have brownie ice cream, vanilla, and also green tea ice cream, right? But I'll go ahead and select the spicy tuna. Okay, and here is the dish. So we have spicy tuna. You can also add description for your food dish right here as well. And then below that, we have add-ons. So here I added a drink add-on and also wasabi. I mean, most restaurants typically give wasabi and ginger for free, but in this case, we're just gonna charge, right? But your customers can select, like drinks, or you can make any type of product add-ons you want. So here I'll select beer and then also wasabi and ginger, and then you'll see the price changes here at the bottom, right? And then right here, they'll click on add to cart. They'll view the cart, right? Here, they'll go ahead and check out. And here is the checkout page. So you'll see that we have the order summary. Here is the contact info. We have the shipping address right here. And then here we have shipping options. So customers can actually go ahead and place this order directly with credit card. So for example, I'll go ahead and put in my secret credit card number here. All right, and then we'll save this information, right? And then I'll go ahead and click on place order. And your customers will then be brought to a really nice thank you page where it lets them know their food is in the kitchen. It also lets them know they'll get a text message. They will also get an email as well from the website. That's optional, but you can always add that in. Here we have a discount code for next time. We have the order confirmation. And below that, we have some social links. We have a really cool little YouTube video I just threw in there for fun. And then we have order details. Now, once the customer actually places an order, they'll get a text message automatically. So as you can tell, right, this is a very convenient food ordering website, and your customers will always be notified so they're not left in the dark and calling you all the time about their order, right? So if you all like what you saw so far, make sure to give me a big thumbs up and let me know what kind of food delivery website or restaurant website you are building in the comments below. So we're gonna build your food ordering website in 6 simple steps. In step 1, we'll get our domain and hosting. A domain is the name of your restaurant. So for example, johnsfood.com, and web hosting will host your website online 24 hours a day. In section 2, we'll import a free starter template and learn how to use the drag and drop page builder. In step 3, we are going to install a free plugin to create your menu. I'll walk you through how to create 3 different items and show you different menu styles you can create with this free plugin. In step 4, we'll integrate payment gateways so you can start accepting credit cards on your websites. And then we'll complete the rest of the website to perfection. In step 5, the Pro version. Now we are using a free version of this plugin to build the entire websites. However, the Pro version does offer a lot more features, so I'll be covering the Pro version for those of you who decide to upgrade. In step 6, we will add the food ordering system. Now this is optional, but for those of you who want to notify users of orders and to allow users to track orders and track the driver, I'll walk you through how to integrate ship day to achieve this. Okay, so you guys ready? Let's go to step 1. Now there is a link in the description of this video. It'll take you to a page to purchase a domain and web hosting. Okay, and this is Hostinger.com. Now, Hostinger.com is among one of the more reliable web hosts. They have great support and a free domain when you guys use my link in the description. Now, once you guys are here at the top left, if you click on this language tab, you guys can change the website to other various languages. So if you speak Spanish or you speak Dutch or Romanian or Japanese or whatever language that you want, you guys can go ahead and select your language right here. I'm gonna go ahead and select United States. Now, at the top right, you're gonna see hosting. So if I click on hosting right here, let's now click on web hosting. Next, we're gonna see this claim deal. So let's click on claim deal, and this will bring you to 3 different plans. So here we have 3 different plans, right? We have the premium, we have the business, and we have the cloud startup. Now for an e-commerce website, I would definitely recommend business or better. Generally for e-commerce websites, they do require more resources and more storage. So I do not recommend premium for this video. So you guys can always go with the business to get started, and you guys can always upgrade to the cloud startup a little bit later in your customer portal. So for now, just to get started, we can just go with the business plan. So right here, I'll click on add to cart. Okay, and the next thing is the time period. So here we have 4 different options, right? We have 1 month, 12 months, 24 months, and 48 months. Now, I would definitely recommend going with 12 months. 12 months will give you enough time to decide if this is for you or not. And you guys also get a free domain if you guys go with a 12-month or better plan. And just remember, you guys do get a 30-day money-back guarantee for any reason, so you guys can always get your money back just in case this didn't work out for you. All right, let's go ahead and scroll down here. Next, we're going to talk about selecting a payment. And the cool thing is they take crypto. So you guys can use credit card, you guys can use PayPal, Google Pay, and also CoinGate, which I believe is cryptocurrency. Now right here, you'll enter in your first name, your last name, you'll put in your country of residence, yada, 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 and then you'll put your social security number. I'm just kidding, guys. You don't put that in, it's a joke. All right, it's a joke. All right, and below that, we have this option right here where we can enter a coupon code. Now, $59, guys, for a year of hosting is already dirt cheap, right? But we can actually use my coupon code, which will save you guys even more money. So right here, I'll click on have a coupon code, and we're gonna enter the coupon code Daryl10, and then click on apply. And this will actually save you guys a little bit more money. So the price went from $59 all the way to $53. And of course, if you guys do upgrade to cloud hosting, this also applies for cloud hosting and all the plans at Hostinger.com. All right, and once you guys go ahead and fill out all your information and you guys enter in your credit card information, you'll then click on the submit and secure payments. Once you guys do this, I will meet you guys on the very next page. Okay, so when you guys sign up, it'll bring you to this page right here. Now they're gonna ask you various questions, but I do recommend to skip it and just install WordPress. So at the bottom right here, I'll click on skip. So next it's gonna ask us what tools we want to use to build our website with. I also recommend to skip this because they're just going to install a bunch of various plugins and themes that we're also not gonna use. So at the bottom right here, again, let's click on skip. Okay, so next you're gonna enter in your domain name. Now think long and hard because this is the actual name of your website. In case you guys are total noobs and are still not sure what a domain name is, it is typically the address of your website where people enter to access your website. So think long and hard and just go ahead and enter it right here. I'll go ahead and enter a domain name here. So I entered in Wilson Daryl Tutorial, and what's also cool is they do give you other suggestions for other domain names, so that's also pretty helpful. So right here, I'll claim my free domain, and then I'll click on next. Okay, so next you guys need to enter in your personal information on who actually owns this domain. This is typically required by ICANN laws, and it also is helpful if you guys ever want to sell your domain because you can claim ownership of your personal domain. So right here, I'll just say this is personal, and then I'll go ahead and click on next step. So next you'll enter in your contact details, and this is important because this will show where your business was registered. You guys can also use your business address or where your business was incorporated. Once you guys fill out this information at the bottom right here, we'll then click on finish registration. So next we have the target audience. So you're gonna select the location of where you are doing business, and this will actually lead to faster loading times. For example, I'm in the United States, so I'm gonna select United States. However, if I do business in France or something, I can always select like France if my audience is in France, but I'm in the United States, so I'm just going to select the United States region right here. And this will actually lead to faster loading times for this specific audience. So I'm gonna go ahead and select United States, and then I'll click on next. Okay, so this is the Hostinger dashboard, and this is where you guys can access all the information about your domain name. Now, the very first thing that you guys will need to do is verify the domain that you guys purchased. So you guys will go ahead and check the email inbox right here, and you guys are gonna see an email from Hostinger. This is important because they need to verify the domain that it's actually you. So go ahead and verify this information. Now, the first thing I'll do is verify my email address for Hostinger. So right here, I'll click on verify email, then I'll click on confirm. Okay, now we're not done just yet. We'll also need to go back here and we'll need to verify the domain in the actual email. So let's go over here to inbox, and then right here it's gonna say verify your contact information for your domain. I'll click on this email, and then right here I'll click on this link. I'll go ahead and click on confirm, and that's it. So our domain has now been verified by Hostinger. So let's go back to our dashboard over here, and now let's go ahead and just refresh this page. And after that, you guys will see that all of the notices have disappeared and our domain is now fully active. Now let's install WordPress. So over here on the bottom left, you'll see websites. Right here, you'll see WordPress. Go ahead and click on WordPress. Now it's going to say install WordPress. So right here, I'll click on install. So next we're going to create some login credentials. So make sure that you guys do write this down. And this is important because you guys will need this information when you want to log in and log out of WordPress, right? So I'll go ahead and put Daryl Wilson tutorial. This is my email address. This is important because if you guys do forget your WordPress password, it will be sent to this specific email on file. You'll create a username and then also a password. Once you guys create this information, here at the bottom right, you'll click on next. So now it's going to ask us which version of WordPress we want to install. Just always go with the recommended because this is usually the most stable and up to date. So at the bottom right here, I'll click on install. Okay, so once you guys click on install WordPress, it'll bring you to this dashboard right here. Now to log into your website with Hostinger, all you got to do is click on this admin panel, and this will log you into WordPress and also your website. So go ahead and click on admin panel. Okay, and this is the Hostinger onboarding wizard. This screen changes quite often, so if you see something else right here, don't worry, this happens quite often, but we don't need to mess with any of these options. If you want to see your website, here at the top left, I'll click on visit sites, and here is our new WordPress website. It's using a default theme called 2024. We're just doing some random demo content, but not to worry, we're gonna make this website look amazing. So let's go back over here to our dashboard. And okay, so now that we got our domain and hosting, now we're gonna go to the very next section. So in this part of the video, we'll walk you through the general settings. We'll also install a WordPress theme and import a free starter template on your website. You guys ready? Let's go back to the video. Before we go on any further, let's first adjust some of the general settings. Now really quick, let's go over here to users and click on profile. Now you can actually change the admin color scheme of the back end of WordPress. So if you don't like working with that color, you can do the original. You know, it's funny, this was actually the very first color that came out with WordPress back in like, I think it was like 1998 or something like that. You can also choose like modern, blue, or midnight. I like midnight. You know, I feel like it's easier on the eye, so I'm gonna select midnight. Go ahead and scroll down. If you ever want to change the password for WordPress, this is where you can do it. This is important because if you do forget your password for WordPress, it'll send the password to this specific email on file. Go ahead and scroll down. If you want to adjust the password for WordPress, if I click on set new password, this is where you can create a new password for WordPress. Okay. Once you adjust those settings here at the bottom, I'll click on update profile. All right. The next thing I want to do here is go over here to settings and let's click on general. So really quick, let's go ahead and scroll down. Now you're going to see this membership right here. I do actually want to check this box right here. This will allow it so people can actually register on my website so they can, purchase orders and stuff like that. So I do want to make sure that this is checked right here. If you speak a specific language, you can go ahead and change your language. WordPress has like more than 100+ languages here to choose from, including different dialects. It is crazy. I don't even know how they incorporated so many languages in this CMS. But once you select your language, we'll scroll down here to the bottom, and then I'll click on Save Changes. Okay. Now, one more option I want to go over, and that is the permalinks. So right here, click on permalinks. For the permalink structure, you always want to set this to post name. This is optimal for SEO, and this actually makes your website look more structured. So it'll say your website.com/about-us, right? Or -contact, not all these random numbers and just gibberish. So you always want to set post name, and this is also optimal for SEO settings. And then we'll go ahead and scroll down and then click on Save Changes. Okay. Now, really quick, let me show you how to log in and log out of your WordPress websites. So at the top left, I'll click on Visit Sites. And here, I'll click on Log Out over here on the right side. And this will bring me back to the WordPress dashboard. Now, if you ever want to access this page, all you're going to do is type in your website, type in -wp-admin, just like that, and then press Enter. And this will prompt you to the login screen right here. You'll go ahead and enter in your username or your email address, your password, and then from here, you can log in. This will allow you to work on your website from pretty much any location that you choose. Okay, so that is pretty much it for the general settings. Now let's go ahead and install a WordPress theme. So over here, I'll click on Themes. Now, me and my team are actually developing this theme right here called Solace. This is gonna be an amazing WordPress theme. In the future, I'll promote it more, but as of right now, it's still an alpha, but it still has tons and tons of starter templates that look amazing. However, for this video, we're going to stick with Astra. This theme has been around for quite some time. It is probably the #1 most popular theme for WordPress. If you want to access themes, here at the top, I'll click on Add New Theme. So here is a list of some popular WordPress themes. Now, WordPress themes essentially change specific parts of your website that the page builders normally do not, like the header, the footer, very short pages, blog pages, and different parts of the websites. But for this video, we're going to use Astra. In case you cannot find it, even though it's right here, we'll just go ahead and type it in, ASTRA, and then you'll see Astra right here. You'll go ahead and install it, and then you'll click on Activate. Okay, and here is their little welcome banner, but we're gonna go ahead and just close these right here, okay? If you wanna access the Astra starter templates, over here on the left side under Astra, I'll click on Dashboard. Okay, and here is like their little general dashboard for Astra, but here at the top, you'll see starter templates. I'll click on this, and then I'll click on Install and Activate. This will give us access to a variety of free pre-made full website templates. All right, so right away, it'll prompt you with these two options. I'm actually really against the AI website builders. What these like website builders do typically is they want you to pay for credits to generate these AI websites that typically don't look good at all, and it's really not what you want. So I recommend going with these starter templates. So right here, let's click on Build with Templates. Go ahead and close these little notices. And here at the top, you're gonna see Block Editor. We're gonna select Elementor as our page builder. Gutenberg is a terrible page builder. That's right, I said it. It is not up to par. I don't like Gutenberg at all. Okay, so once you get here, you'll see that there is a variety of templates you can choose from. But if you wanna pick a specific category, over here under the business, let's go ahead and click on Restaurants. And once you do that, you'll see a list of available templates. Now, these ones right here that say premium, these are only available in the Astra Pro version, but we don't need to start with a pro template. We can just start with a free template. So let's go ahead and select the barbecue restaurants. Now, if you are not in the barbecue niche, don't worry, we can switch between templates. But I first want to demonstrate how to use the page builder, the plugins, and how to overall build your website with WordPress. So right away, you can go ahead and select a different style right here. So you can select different fonts, right? I'll go ahead and select Lexan and DM Sans. And then also here, you can change the color scheme. What's really cool as well is that this will actually change the color scheme for the entire website to help give you some, ideas and inspiration for your websites. I'll go ahead and just leave the original color palettes. And then right here, I'll click on Continue. So for the features, I want to skip all these. These are just going to activate all these unnecessary plugins on your website. So here, make sure to click on skip this step. And then right here, I just want to click on submit and build my websites. Now Astra will go ahead and import the starter content. This will typically take around like 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, awesome. Our website is now complete. If you want to see your website right here, I'll click on view your websites. And just like that, we have this beautiful WordPress website. You'll see that we have this background right here. If we scroll down, we have some demo images and just some general content and placeholders that we can always swap in. Here you'll see that we have this little menu down here. So they incorporated this, little cool menu with the title and the price and some description. We have happy hours. How about that? Every Thursday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We have some testimonials, which are always helpful. And then we have a table here at the bottom. If you want to view the other pages, right here, you'll click on About Us. And then here is your About Us page as well. So you'll see we have some, just pictures and some general content. We got some chefs right here and stuff like that. And over here, I will go ahead and click on our menu. All right. So this is the menu, and you'll see that we have specific categories. It looks like that's lamb. I don't think that's chicken, right? Chocolate lava. Okay, yeah, these are just placeholders because obviously this is like a skewer, right? Here's grilled pork, and then we have some menu items right here. Now we're gonna make some menu items a little bit later, but for now, this is just the general website and how it looks. So let's go ahead and go back to our home page. Okay, so now we're gonna design the website using the drag and drop page builder called Elementor. So in this part of the video, I'll cover like the basics of Elementor, and I'll show you how to, drag in elements and add in columns to your websites. Now, Elementor can be very complex. I actually have a whole nother video dedicated to Elementor. It's like 4 hours long. But for those of you building a basic website, you don't really need to know all of the advanced features. So in this part of the video, I'll walk you all through and give you a crash course on how to use the Elementor page builder. You guys ready? Let's go. Now, before I go on any further, let me show you how to use this page builder. So this page builder is called Elementor, and you can access this page builder here at the top by clicking on Edit with Elementor. So here at the top, go ahead and click on Edit with Elementor, and this will turn on the page builder. Okay, I'll go ahead and just close this really quick. And I'll also close this. So here is our landing page, right? Now, really quick, I do want to get rid of this video background. Video backgrounds typically don't play well on mobile devices, but for desktop, they work just fine. So in order to change this background, here, I'll click on these 6 dots right here, and under Style, here we have this YouTube link under the video. I just want to go ahead and get rid of that. Okay, and once I do that, you'll see it just plays this little normal, background right here. And then here is the background fallback image, right? So if there's no video, it'll display this image right here. But really quick, let's go back to the elements. So here at the top, I'll click on Add Elements. And here on the left side, you're gonna see elements. And you can drag these elements onto the page. For instance, if I wanna drag in a button over here, you'll see we have that pink line right there, right? I'll go ahead and drop this. And then you'll see that we have this button that's placed right here. Now for every element, we have 3 specific tabs. We have the content tab. This controls the actual content in the element. And then we have the style tab. This will control things like the text color. It'll change the hover as well. So when people hover over it, you can change the color. And then also the border type, where you can add a specific border, essentially just styling the elements. And then you have the advanced. The advanced will actually change the position of the button. It'll also allow you to add in really cool things like motion effects. So over here under motion effects, we can go ahead and add in a cool little animation. This will typically fade in when the page loads, right? So that's what that option is referring to. But let's go ahead and just change that back. The animations do get a little crazy. I'm kind of against animations. You gotta be really careful with them because they're a quick way to make your site look really tacky. So for example, for the text, we can change this to buy now, right? Buy now. And then for example, under the style tab, we can place this in the center. So right here, you can put that in the center, right? Now, if you ever want to adjust an element or move it or delete it or duplicate it, I'll right click on this and then we have some more options. So I can choose to duplicate this, right? And then I can take this and I can drag it somewhere else. So you see where that pink line is right there? I can drop it right there, right? Also, if I want to delete something, I can right click and then also delete it as well, right? Now, a really cool trick is if you actually want to copy all of the styles from this element and put it onto another button, right here, I'll right click, I'll copy this, and then for this button, I'll paste the style. So essentially what I'm doing here is I'm taking all the styling options and I'm applying it to a different element, right? Pretty cool. Okay, so that is pretty much it for the elements. Now, in case you ever want to go back, let's say you made a mistake, right? Maybe you did this, right? Or let's see here. Maybe you did something really weird like this, like, oh my gosh, I really messed up here. What happened, right? So if you ever want to go back into the history settings, all you'll do right here is click on the Elementor tab and then click on history. And this will actually show you the revisions. So right here, click on revisions, and then you'll see a list of things that you've done. So if I ever want to go back into the beginning, all I'll do right here is click on the revised history right here. And then you'll see it takes us right back to the way the website was originally created. So if you ever make mistakes or want to go back into your history, you can always use these revision tabs and go back to any part of the building process. Okay, so now let's say, for example, you want to create a new section. Here you'll see that we have these little tabs. We have deletes, we have the options for this container, then we also have this section right here that'll allow us to add a container. So I'll click on add a container, and then here I'll click on the plus icon. So I'll go ahead and click on Flexbox. This is typically the structure that we can drag in elements, right? So for example, I'll click on the 3 columns right here. Okay. And what I'll do right here is I'll adjust these really quick. So I want to make this 33 1/3, right? I think that'll make it exactly even, right? Go ahead and just make it like this, right? 33, okay. And then what I'll do is I'll click on the add elements, and then we can start adding in elements. So I'll throw in a heading right here. And then right here, we can change the title. So, you know, this is my new title. We'll click on the plus again. And then over here, I'll throw in an image, right? Okay, and then I'll click on choose image. Now what's cool with Astra is you can access free images courtesy of Pixabay. So if you need something right here, we'll type in something like food, right? And this will give us some images, right? And these are all completely free, so you can import these directly on your website. So I'll go ahead and use these pancakes. Can you imagine eating all those pancakes in one sitting? Like you couldn't walk for a day, right? So there we go, we got the pancakes, right? And then maybe we want to throw in some description here. So I'll grab the text editor, and then you'll see that this is just like general contents that you can, write about. So you can talk about the pancakes right here. Click on the plus again, and then we can throw in a button, right? So here is a button. And then of course we can link them to anywhere, right? Now what's really cool also about Elementor is it'll actually pull up pages for you automatically. So let's say, for example, I want to link them to the contact page. I'll just type in contact, and then you'll see Elementor will actually pull up the page right here. So it'll insert the link right away. So you don't need to really look for the links on your website, right? Pretty cool. Now, let's say, for example, you want to duplicate this. So typically what we can do here is we can, drag in elements in the second column, or I can actually duplicate this entire row. So under the edit container right here, I'll right click and duplicate. Right click and duplicate. And then you'll see that we have these 3 rows right here. Now those other rows right here, you're gonna see are right here, right? So if you wanna get rid of those, I'll delete that, and I'll also delete that as well. So this is a quick way on how you can create columns that look very similar. Now you might notice here that, there's a little bit of space, and I wanna make more space because it's a little too tight, right? So what I'm gonna do here is under the 6 dots, I wanna add in some padding. So under the advanced section, you're gonna see the top section. I wanna add in some padding. So I'm gonna unlink these, and then I'll throw in some padding right here, right? Maybe like, 70, right? And then also to the bottom as well. Okay, we'll put a little bit of padding because it's just a little too scrunched, right? Okay, there we go, 60 is good. Now, if you want to manipulate these elements, Elementor has something called the Flexbox. Now, the Flexbox can be a little advanced, so I'm not going to cover it in detail in this video, but I will give you a small crash course on it. For example, over here under layout, you're going to see that we have these directions, and this is where we can change the direction of these elements. For example, now you see that when I clicked on vertical, it makes all the elements vertical. If I want to make these elements horizontal, I'll click on horizontal and it changes it. Same thing with reversed. So you'll see we can also make this reversed, and we can also make this going up in a reverse direction. But for right now, I want to make this horizontal, and I want to align this in the center. So you'll see that we can, move these elements around. Now you can see this is a very quick way on how to make everything very, neatly structured and organized. And also we can add in gaps between these elements. So for example, I'll throw in some little gaps right here, right? So now you'll see that the flex box, it does separate all the elements, and this is very helpful because you don't have to go through each element and add padding for them. You can use the flex box here to fully manipulate the elements inside of these columns, which actually makes it quite simple to use. Now, really quick, if you do want to change the background color, so we changed the layout, right? But just like the elements, there's also a style tab. So I can change the background color, right? So if I want to add in like a red, that is like the ugliest red, right? It's like, this is like 1990s red, like on those websites, you know what I mean? Like it looks really like that, right? But you can go ahead and adjust this right here with the color picker, right? You can also add in a gradients. So right here, gradients. So if you do want to change, like, if you want to have two different colors and, change the direction of it, you can go ahead and do that. I think location. No, it's angle. Yeah, angle will actually change it like that right there, as you can tell. So there's a lot you can do here with Elementor, as you can tell. But this does get a little crazy. So I just want to change this back to the default settings right here. So I'm just going to change this back to like the, I think actually right here. There we go, clear it. Okay, so that is a quick rundown of how to use the container and also throw in elements. And if you want to add another section, all you got to do is click on the plus again. Here is another option for grid. Essentially with a grid, it is not really like the flex box. So you can go ahead and let's say, for instance, you just want to drag in two images right here. So I'll throw in an image, right? We can also use some from our media library. So these are just stock images that, Astra gave us by default. So I'll go ahead and just throw in this one right here. Okay, and then I'll throw in another image right here. And I'll choose an image. And then obviously you can add in any other image. So I'll just use the same image right here and click on select. And then you'll see we have this grid right here. So that's just a quick example of the grid as well. Now you can go ahead and add in any elements. You can replace these elements. So if you want to take this and you want to drag it, you can go ahead and do that. If you want to take this column and switch it, all you got to do is drag and drop it right here. And then you'll see you can go ahead and switch columns. So you have full access to this template. You can manipulate the elements. You can delete sections. If you want to get rid of this section, for instance, you can just click on the delete section if you want to get rid of that. If you want to replace these images or you want to drag them, all you got to do is just take it over here and then take this image and drag it over there. So as you can tell, it's a very fluid builder, right? And I think once you mess with this for a little bit, you can understand how to use it. Now, I do have a whole another tutorial on Elementor. It's about 4 hours long, right? It even covers the pro version. It covers like literally every single option in Elementor. But for those of you building a food website, you don't really need to know everything about this builder, because most of you are not full-on web developers. So I think this is a great starting point for you to build your website. So what I'm going to do here is just go ahead and go back into my history, and we're just going to go back to the way it was before. So to save your progress, all you'll do is click on the publish here at the top, and this will save all of the work that you've done to your websites. Now to get out of the editor, all you'll do is click on Elementor and then click on exit to WordPress. Now this is the backend page of WordPress. So if you want to go back to the WordPress dashboard, you'll click on View Pages. And here is a list of pages with your website, right? So these pages were imported automatically when we imported the starter templates. So here, if we click on Dashboard, you'll see that this takes us right back to the backend of WordPress. And if we want to see our website here at the top, I'll click on Visit Site. And this is our website live. So you'll see that everything imported fine. Obviously, I undid everything just because I kind of made the website look like a mess a little bit, right? So this was a quick crash course on how to use the Elementor page builder. Now, let's say, for instance, you want to create a page and also add it to this menu up here. Let me show you how to do that. Up here under Plus New, I'll click on Page. Now, let's say, for example, you want to create like a staff page, right? Maybe you have staff or chefs or something. So right here, I'll put staff. Here, I'll click on Publish and Publish. And here you're going to see edit with Elementor. So you can activate the page builder in the back end, and you can also activate it in the front end. So right here, I'll click on edit with Elementor, and this will load the page builder. Okay, so we're going to start from scratch, right? Now, a really quick way is instead of actually doing this all over again, Astra actually has starter templates. So you'll see they have pages and they also have blocks, and you can go ahead and insert these blocks directly onto your websites. I believe Elementor also does have some, but they're pretty terrible, I'm not gonna lie. So these right here are Elementor blocks, but a majority of these are pro. You'll see, in fact, almost all these are pro. I don't even think they offer, I don't think they really offer free ones anymore, guys. So yeah, sorry about that. But let's go ahead and use the Astra right here. So I'll click on the Astra starter templates, click on blocks, and I want to go ahead and select a category now. So I'm gonna select team. And here we have different blocks that we can choose. So let's go ahead and select, let's go and select this one right here. So I wanna import this block. So right here, I'll click on import block. And just like that, we now have this beautiful little section that Astra and Elementor created for us automatically. Now, all you gotta do right here is just change this to like my staff, right? And obviously this is an image module, right? Or an image element. This is a text editor. And then below that, we have these social icons. So if you ever want to find these, all you gotta do is type it in, social icons. And this is the element that they used. They did style it a little bit as well. So you'll just go through here and you'll just adjust these images. So for example, these are really black and white. I mean, this is more like a minimalist kind of creative style. I want something more modern, right? So we're gonna add this guy here, right? He's John Doe, okay. Then we'll also throw in this woman here, right? And we'll throw in another picture, right, of this chef, right? And then we'll go ahead and throw in another one over here. So we'll go ahead and throw in this guy right here. Okay. Now these images are a little bit different sizes. So these are, I think, 180 by 180, and these are 200. So they do look a little larger than these ones. So when you do have images, just make sure they're the same size. So if they're 500 by 500, make sure that they're all the same size. So for example, this will be Daryl Wilson. Daryl Wilson. This is gonna be my girlfriend, Paddywhack, all right? This is gonna be, I don't know, what should we call him? Jorge or Jose? Right? And this is John, okay? And that's it. And then once we're done, all we gotta do here is click on publish, and this will save this page right here. So I'll go ahead up here and click on view page. And here is our staff page. So this is our new beautiful staff page where we have a list of our staff, and yeah, everything looks great. Now really quick, you might notice here, if I click on home page, you're gonna notice that that page is not on the menu. I can't access that page. So we need to add that page to the menu. So let's do that. Let's go over here to dashboard. Now really quick, over here under pages, this is a list of all of your pages, right? So we have the staff page that we created, right? If you ever want to make a page from the back end, all you got to do is click on add new page, and this will allow you to create a page. Really quick, this privacy policy and the sample page, we don't need that. So I want to trash those pages. I want to clean this up a little bit. We have a bunch of pages we're not using. Okay. All right, so now we have those 5 pages. Let's go over here to appearance, and now let's click on menus. Okay. So this is our current menu right here, and here we have pages, and I'm going to click on view all, and then here we have that staff page that we created. So I'll go ahead and click on add to menu. And this is where we can drag and drop this, okay? Also, for those of you who want to link maybe like social profiles or something, you can use custom links. So a custom link is just adding a link to your menu, right? So this will be like Facebook, right? Here, facebook.com or something, and it'll say Facebook. Now, I don't recommend adding social links to your menu, but I'm just showing you that you can add custom links here. So what I'll do is maybe we'll just put that as a drop down like that, all right? And then we'll scroll to the bottom and click on Save Menu. Okay. And then I'll click on Visit Sites. Now you'll see that we have staff right here. So if I click on staff, it'll take us directly to that page that we created in a really nice clean format. And then also you'll see that we have this drop down where if we click on this, this will take us to facebook.com. So that is a quick WordPress tutorial crash course. Obviously there is a lot more to cover, but I think we all understand the basics of WordPress. It's really simple to use. So we know how to use a page builder. We know how to create pages and add them to the menu. Really quickly, now let's talk about the theme customizer. So you might notice here that we have this menu at the top, but this is really not related to the page builder. This is because it's being customized by the theme. So right here, you'll see customize. Let's click on customize. Okay, so this is the Astra theme customizer. And like I mentioned earlier, the Astra theme typically controls various parts of the website that the page builders normally don't, such as the header. So right here, you'll see header builder, and this will actually allow us to design the header here at the top. If you want to add in an element, you'll click on the plus, and then you can add in like a social icon or like a my account or something else. And then you'll see right here how this creates another row and then adds in a social icon. Down here, I'll go ahead and put in a account widget. And then you'll see it's gonna create a third row right here. Now we can adjust the background color of each row as well. So if I click on the gear icon, you'll see we can change the heights and also we can change the design. So we can change the background color right here. We can also throw in like a gradient, right? See if we can throw in a gradient there. There we go. So we can throw in a gradient and you can do this for all 3 rows, right? But I'll go ahead and change this back. Now, if you ever want to drag and drop elements, you can take these social icons and drag them in the second row right here. And then you'll see it displays right here, right? Let's go ahead and put this actually next to the button. Okay, so you'll see right here, displays next to the button. Now, if you ever want to customize any elements, all you got to do is click on the element right here, and then you have some options. So we have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If we click on the drop down, it allows us to add in our URL, and we can also change the icon. If you want to change the color, you'll just click on the design tab, and then you have all of the options right here to adjust the color, or I can just click on official right here, and this will change it to the official colors here at the top, right? So for every element, you can go ahead and click on it and further customize it. I don't think this is rocket science, right? I think this is pretty simple to work with, right? Really quick, let's go ahead and take this account and let's drag it over here. Well, I think we should probably put this next to the button actually, right? And we should probably lose the social icons. I think that can get really messy. That's kind of a large menu. What do you guys think, right? I'll just go ahead and get rid of those social icons. We can always put that on the footer of the website as well. So going back over here, if I click on back, you'll see also we have a footer builder. Okay, and this is the footer builder right here. And this works the same way. So all you gotta do is just click on like a plus icon and then you can add in any elements. You can drag and drop these around. So I'll put this over here and I'll put that over there. And then you'll see it adjusts the elements. So you can go ahead and mess around with this on your own free time, but this is how you can design the footer of your website. Now, if you ever want to add in your icon for your business, all you're going to do is click on the site identity. And this is where you can change the site icon. So the site icon is this icon right here that appears at the top on your browser. So I'll go ahead and select a site icon. Go ahead and just use this little Yelp logo right here, right? And you'll get an example of what this looks like. So you'll see right here how it'll display as the browser icon. So I'll go ahead and crop that. And then I'll click on site title and logo. And this is typically where we can adjust the logo. So if you ever want to change this logo right here, I'll click on change logo. And I'll select this little Yelp icon, right? Just use this Yelp. Okay, crop the image. Now this says for Retina devices. So right now I am on a Retina device. So I'll also change it for the Retina logo. So right here, change logo. And same thing. Oh, this one here. Choose the image. And yeah, we can also make this a little smaller, right? So we'll go ahead and make this a little smaller if we want to go that route. And voila. So as you can tell, you can go ahead and adjust these settings right here for your website. And this is also where you can change the logo. You have any questions about Astra? I do actually have a full another tutorial on Astra where we go over like the pro features, but for most of us, we don't need any of these pro features. In fact, I think that's all you really need to get your website set up. Now, once you're done, if you want to close out of the theme customizer, here at the top, I'll click on the X and then I'll click on OK. And this will close the theme customizer and take us back to square one. Now, if you do need a logo for your business website, I highly recommend going to fiverr.com. I'll put my Fiverr link in the description. I do believe you get a 20% discount on your first order with Fiverr. So it's darylwilson.com/Fiverr. And this is the website you can go to if you need logos or something for your business. I personally use this website for a lot of my freelance work. I also got my first logo from this website. So right here, I'll just type in logo and you can get a logo for very cheap as under $25. So you'll see they have tons of different logos. And you know, a logo is a representation of your business. So you really want to spend a little bit of money to get something. Do not get a free logo. Those are the worst websites you can possibly use. In fact, legally, you can't use those logos because they're being used by hundreds of thousands of other people. So make sure that you do get a professional logo done here. And once you get a nice logo, you can then upload it to your website and make your business look authentic and more professional. Okay, so now that we have the website up and running, now we're going to install a free plugin called WP Cafe. This plugin will pretty much convert your normal WordPress website into a food ordering website where users can come to your website, they can place orders, and they can also use credit cards directly on your website. With that said, let's go ahead and jump back to the video. Okay, so now that we understand how to build a website and we're familiar with designing it and adding pages, now let's move on to the food ordering section and add some food products to this website. So in order to do that, we're going to install some plugins. Let's go over here to Dashboard. Over here under plugins, let's click on add new plugin. Now for search plugins, we're going to type in WP Cafe. This is by far the best food delivering plugin for WordPress. There's other ones out there, but nothing comes close to this one because it has so many different integrations and features that you can incorporate on your website. So here is the plugin. It's called WP Cafe Online Food Ordering. You'll go ahead and click on Install Now, and then you'll click on Activate. Okay, now right away, you're gonna see this notice up here that says WP Cafe requires WooCommerce. So you must have WooCommerce as well installed with WP Cafe. So up here under add new plugin, we're also gonna install the WooCommerce plugin. WooCommerce. The WooCommerce plugin essentially turns your website into a full-on e-commerce website where you can integrate shopping carts and add products and a whole lot more. So this is WooCommerce. You'll see it has more than 7 million active installs. Right here, we'll click on Install Now, and then we'll click on Activate. Okay, cool. Now, WooCommerce might prompt you with a setup wizard. If you can, just skip it. Sometimes they do prompt you with a setup wizard, but it's not required to fill out any of the information. Now, the first thing that we're gonna do here is we're gonna go over here to WooCommerce and click on Settings. Now, the very first thing that we want to do is we want to go ahead and add in our store address. So I'm going to put in my store address right here, Las Vegas, all right? Okay, and then here is Nevada. All right, Nevada, 89147. So next we have the selling location. You want to put sell to specific countries, and I only want to sell it to United States, right? Obviously, if you're running a restaurant, you probably only want to sell it to your region. You don't want to sell worldwide. If you are a global brand, you can, by just selecting the sell to all countries, right? So here I want to select ship to all countries that I'm selling to, right? So I only want to sell it to United States. Now, for those of you who want to incorporate taxes on your websites, I'll be showing you how to incorporate tax rates in the next section. So make sure that you do check this, and we'll scroll to the bottom. Here we have currency options. If you do want to change the currency to something else, you can go ahead and do that right here. And once you're done, we'll then click on Save Changes. So for those of you who want to incorporate taxes on your website, we can go ahead and add in a standard rates. So right here, I'll click on standard rates. And here, I'll click on insert row. So the first thing I want to enter is my country code. If you need your country code, you'll just click on country code, and then you can go ahead and search for your country. So here is a list of all of the country codes, right? So there is a lot to choose from, as you can tell. America's as US, right? So United States, US. So for this specific, oops, wrong page. So for the country code, I'll put US. And then for state code, mine is Nevada, so NV. So if you are in a specific state, you'll just enter in your state code here. For the zip code, I'll put in my zip code, all right? For the city, I'll put in Las Vegas. Now, if you do not know your tax rate, no problem. We can go to taxstar.com. So I'll go to Google right here. So if we go to Google, we can type in TaxStar sales tax by state, and I'll click on the very first link. So this is a little map where it'll actually show you the tax rates, the sales tax rates for all the states. So for California, it's 7.25. For Nevada, it's 6.85, and so on and so forth. So I'll go ahead and take the sales tax rate of 6.85, and I'll insert this on my website, 6.85, right? I want to make sure that this is not taxed on top of shipping, and then I'll click on Save Changes. Now, essentially what this is right here is we're just adding a tax rate to your orders. This is totally optional. You don't have to do this, but for those of you who want to, you can add it right here. The next is the shipping. So for those of you who want to add a delivery fee to your orders, you can go ahead and also do that right here. So I'll click on Add a Zone. Okay, so the first thing is the zone name, and I'm going to type in Nevada delivery fee. Here we have zone regions, so I'm just going to type in Nevada and get my state right here. So Nevada, United States. Obviously, you can ship to any place or deliver to any place you want. However, for my specific restaurant, I'm a local restaurant, so I only want to sell to people in Nevada. I probably even want to further extend this by just saying Las Vegas. So I can even go a step further here. Okay, so for my specific restaurant, we are only selling in my region, right? And then right here, I'll click on Add a Shipping Method. So we can have free shipping, flat rates, or a local pickup. So a flat rate is essentially going to add a delivery fee. So if you do want to incorporate a delivery fee or some sort of cost, maybe a service charge, you can go ahead and add it right here. So here we have a flat rate, and I'm just going to charge a flat rate of $5. I'll click on Create and Save. Now also, I'll add in a second shipping method of free shipping. So if the user decides to spend like $100 on my website, then I'll go ahead and give them free delivery fees, right? So a minimum order amount of $100, okay? And then I'll click on Create and Save. So we have two rules right here. We're gonna charge a $5 delivery fee for all of our orders online. However, if the user decides to spend more than $100, they will get a free delivery fee, okay? Or a free delivery order, right? So they're not gonna be charged a delivery fee, right? You get it? Okay. So once we are done, I think that's pretty much it. Go ahead and close this annoying little banner. Here at the bottom, you'll see Save Changes already selected. So once this is done, now let's go ahead and create some orders. So right here, you'll see products. So if I click on all products, this is where all of your orders will be displayed right here. So as of right now, we have no products. So let's go ahead and create one. So I'll click on Create Product. Now, essentially a product is your dish, right? So product equals dish, right? So I'll go ahead and close this little annoying little setup widget they got going. And what I'm first gonna do here is I'm gonna give my food product a name, right? Pancakes. Now what's really cool with Hostinger is we can use their AI generator to create some description for our food products. So right here, I'm gonna put something like, create me some description for pancakes as a menu item in a restaurant. Okay, sorry I type weird, guys. I'm trying to look at my keyboard, but I got my microphone in front of me. Here we can change the content length, and also we can change the tone of the voice. So I'll put something like friendly, and let's see what Hosting will create for us. Okay, so here is the product they created for us, but I'll just use delicious pancakes, right? And here is some description. So you'll see they're doing some description, but what I want to do here is get rid of the intro, because that's more for blogs. And I just want to take this section right here. Now, I want to take this content, I want to place it below in the product short description. This section right here displays next to the product image. So whatever description that you put that you want people to see, it's going to be the product short description, okay? We can go ahead and just get rid of this for now. Just go ahead and get rid of all that. We don't need that, right? So the first thing I want to do is I want to set a product image. So what image represents this product? All right, well, I'll go ahead and use these pancakes here. Okay. Now, if you have more images of this specific product, you'll click on Add Product Gallery Images, and then you can upload more. So for example, if I want to use more images for my pancakes, I'll type in pancakes, and we'll use something like this one right here. Okay. Now I also want to add in a category. So I'm going to put in breakfast. Okay. So we have breakfast there, right? Now this is important because you can display specific products by category. And we'll talk more about that when we use the actual plugin. So here we have product data. Now I want to select a simple product. What is the regular price? So I'm going to say this actually costs $19 or $19.99, but this is on sale for 15 bucks. Is this taxable? If it is, you'll put taxable. If not, you'll leave that. Now, these other options don't really apply to us because a lot of these actually are more for e-commerce websites. So we don't really need to mess with like link product or attributes or shipping or inventory because we're creating these from scratch. Okay, and for product tags, I'm gonna put pancakes and breakfast. Breakfast, right? Now here we have food locations. So with this plugin, you can actually create multiple locations. Now this is only if your restaurant has multiple locations. So for right now, I'll just put in Los Angeles. We can always add more locations in the plugin settings a little bit later, but for now, I'll just throw in one, and that is Los Angeles. So once this is all done, I'll then click on publish. All right, cool. And then I'll click on view the product. So here we go. We have a picture of our delicious pancakes. So you'll see here, we have the title, we have the category, we have the sale, we have some description, we have our category and tags. And then of course the user can go ahead and zoom in right here and take a look at the product. And then they can also click on the other image here to get more images of the actual product. So congratulations, you have successfully made a food item for your restaurants. Okay, now let's go ahead and go over here to the dashboard. And then over here, let's click on all products. Now, if your screen looks like this, it looks a little distorted. Right here under screen options, I wanna actually get rid of these columns because the thing is there's too many columns right here. So now I'll see it looks a lot more cleaner, right? So we have the stock, get rid of the skew as well. I think that's actually good, right? We'll put dates. Yeah, there we go. Here, I'll click on apply. Okay. And I want to go ahead and trash this one. This one is one I was messing with, but I don't really need it, right? Now, really quick, I'm sure many of you actually have probably a lot of different food items that are very closely related, right? For example, here I have delicious pancakes, but I might actually have pancakes that are like blueberries, right? Or banana, and I don't want to have to do everything from scratch all over again. So what you can do here is click on this duplicate button, and this will duplicate the product. So this will actually bring up a copy right here of the delicious pancakes. And all you gotta do right here is change this to like blueberry, right? Okay. And then for the permalink, we'll change this to like blueberry, right? Blueberry. Okay, that just changes the permalink, right? So it looks more like the title. And then right here, I will do the same thing, blueberry pancakes on menu item, right? And then create product with AI. Okay, so here is my contents, but really quick, I'll change this over here to paragraph. I'll make this bold, but I actually want to add in some bullet points now. So I'm going to put like 100% organic ingredients, very delicious. And then maybe here we'll put in like some like nutritional facts. So nutritional facts, 10 grams of fats, 50 grams of protein, made from scratch, right? And then obviously I'm gonna take this over here and we're gonna cut this and we're gonna place it down here, okay? All right. So how much does this cost? I mean, we can leave this as the same price, right? So blueberry pancakes. We'll leave this checked as breakfast, pancakes, everything the same. But we do have to change the product image. So what we can do here is go to free images and then type in something like blueberry pancakes. Here we go. We got blueberry pancakes. I'll insert this image. And voila, we now have another menu item. So I'll go ahead and also make sure that's smaller and voila. Let's go ahead now and publish this product. All right, and now let's view the product. Okay, so here we have our delicious blueberry pancakes. You'll see that people can add this to the carts. We have our category and then our tags. Now, if I click on breakfast right here, it'll actually display all of the products that are within the pancake section. So you'll see we have delicious pancakes and then also delicious blueberry pancakes. So that's why you want to create categories. So it helps navigate users to a section where everything is categorized. Now, really quick, if we see this product right here, you'll see there's reviews. We can actually disable those reviews in the theme customizer. So over here, let's click on customize. Okay, so over here under WooCommerce, I'll click on WooCommerce, and then I'll click on product catalog, right? And we're gonna scroll down, and what I'll do right here is I'll change this. Now, just remember that this only displays in the archive pages. So we're gonna create a menu from scratch, but this will only display in the category section. So what I want to do here is I want to get rid of the ratings. Okay, we can also get rid of the category if we want to go that route, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And once we're done, I'll then click on publish. Here I'll click on close. Okay, so here is our breakfast category. You'll see a list of all of our breakfast items right here, which looks really cool. Now let's go ahead and go back to the dashboard right here, and let's just create one more product. So over here, I'll go ahead and click on all products. So now you know that you can duplicate items. So what I'll do now is I'm gonna make one more product. So up here, let's click on add new. And we're gonna make a new product for a different category. So this is gonna be something like a steak, right? So I'm gonna put steak. And then for the description, I'll put delicious steak, and then create some AI content. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just grab exquisite steak. I'll go ahead and change these over here to just paragraph because the heading looks way too big and it's more for blogs. But I do want to actually make it bold, right? So I'll make this bold, right? Simple product. For the steak, we're gonna charge $49.99. Okay. And then over here for the product image, under free images, I'm gonna type in steak. And let's see here. We'll use something like this one. I think this one actually looks much better because it's like fully cooked and everything. These are like raw, right? It doesn't look that good. And here I'll add in some gallery images. Okay, I think I'll throw in an image that looks like this one right here. All right, so we'll use this one right here. And then for the categories, I'm gonna put something like dinner. Now, obviously you can change this to something like, you know, Japanese or burgers, or vegetarian. Obviously, you can put these product categories into a variety of different categories. So you can put dinner. In fact, you can actually add a second category if you want. So for instance, you can also add this into two categories like steaks and dinner. And then for the pancakes, you can do something like pancakes and breakfast if you choose to do so. So there's no limit on how many categories you can add these in, okay? And if we scroll down, I want to go ahead and take this again and cut this. And I want to put this in our product short description. Okay. Just remember the product short description, this is going to display next to the actual food item. And then over here for tags, we'll put dinner and steaks. And for food locations, I'll add in another one right here. And this is going to be Las Vegas. Okay. Obviously, you know, my restaurant's in Vegas, but I'm just showing you an example. You can put these in different cities. You can put these in different states. You can put them in different countries. You know, you can put them in any food location that you choose, okay? So I'll put this in Las Vegas, and then I'll click on Publish. Okay, so here I'll click on View Product. So here is the exquisite steak, and as you can tell, it looks delicious. So we have the image right here where users can view the image. We have the title, we have some description, we have the other image right here. We have the add to cart, our categories, and our tags. And then here they can go ahead and review it. We can also disable reviews on the website if you choose to do so, and I will show you how to do that in the very next section. Also, for those of you wondering about add-ons, we'll talk more about add-ons and more of the advanced features when we talk about the pro version of this plugin. So let's go back over here to the dashboard, and really quick, I want to disable reviews on the website. I think that is quite annoying actually. And under WooCommerce, I'll click on settings, and then I'll click on products. If I scroll down, you're gonna see we have enable reviews. We can go ahead and turn these off so that people cannot review the food items. I don't think it's really necessary. However, if you do wanna enable reviews, you can go ahead and go that route. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go to visit sites. So now that we've actually created the products, now let's add them to the menu and create a menu for our website. So now we're gonna add the food menu items to our website. But before I do that, I wanna go ahead and quickly create some on my own. So I'll go ahead and create some more demo products just so that we have more to work with. Okay, and with the power of video editing, I've now created up to 6 products. So now let's go ahead and add this to the websites. So let's go over here to visit sites. And then over here, I'll click on menu. So in order to add these food menu items to the actual page, we need to turn on the page builder. So up here, I'll click on edit with Elementor. Okay, so here is the menu page and I turned on the page builder. Now I'm gonna scroll down right here, and what we can do is we can actually change this title to represent any category. So for example, here I'll put in like pancakes, right? Pancakes. Now this section right here, I don't want. They use some advanced margin and padding here. So on this column right here, I'm gonna right click and delete it, okay? And also here, I'm gonna do is click on the plus, and here I'll click on the plus again, and I'll use the flex box, and I'll go ahead and put in a column right here. So now we have a column. So now we can go ahead and add in the pancakes. So over here, I'll click on add elements. Okay, now we're gonna find the WP Cafe elements. And what's really cool is this plugin integrates with Elementor. So if we scroll down right here, let's go ahead and keep scrolling. We are gonna find that we have WP Cafe menu right here. And this is what we want. So I'm gonna take the food menu list and I'll drag and drop it right here. Okay, so now you're gonna see that we have our menu. So you'll see we have our steaks, and then we have also our pancakes. And this is why it's important to categorize your menu. So now what we can do here is for the menu category, I only want to put breakfast. So now it's only gonna display the pancakes. Or obviously I could have made a category only for pancakes as well. You can go either way. So here we have menu style. We have menu style 1, right? We also have menu style 2, which is just another way to present it. You'll see when a user hovers over this, it makes the image kind of pop up right there. We have the categories, and then we have some description, and then here we have an image. Or we can do menu style 3, which is more like of a vertical style. You know, I do like this. I think this is a lot more friendlier and modernized. So you can go ahead and use any type of menu you want for your websites. So for example, if you want to use menu style 1, here are the options. So here we have menu count. So basically saying how many items do you want to display, right? So if you have like 50 items, you can put like 50 here, right? You can also choose to show the thumbnail, which is the image. You can show the item status, the description. If you want to add in more description here, you can just say, you know what, I want up to 50 characters. And what that's gonna do here is that's going to actually put in more description. So if you have a lot of description here and you want to display it, you can add in more description. You can choose to show the price. You can show the add to cart button, and so on and so forth. Now, if you wanna style this, over here, let's click on style. This is where we can adjust the styling options. So for the item status style right here, I can click on this and we can go ahead and change this to a specific color, right? Here we have the background. So you'll see now we can change it to black, right? By default, it's going to use the WP Cafe color scheme. So if you want to adjust that, this is where you can adjust everything. Next, we have the cart button style, which is this right here. We can change this to something like black, or I'm sorry, white. And then change like the background here to black, right? If you want to give it like an elegant look, you can give it this elegant look. But if you want it like more of like, oh, I want that Sunday brunch look, you can change it to something like green right here. And this will like give it like that green organic look or something like that. As you can tell, you know, you can go ahead and modify this to your liking. Now here we have the normal and we also have the hover. Hover is when someone actually hovers over this. So for example, if I want this to change to something like orange when I hover over it, over here, I'll go ahead and select the orange color, right? And when I hover over the cart button, you'll now see it changes to orange, right? So for all these options, you're gonna see normal and then hover. So you can choose to actually change the colors of the elements when a user hovers over it, right? Here we have the title style where you can adjust the title, the price as well. So you can adjust the price, the description, and also the advanced style. If you do want to add some margin and padding to this, you can go ahead and add in some, padding here, which is just a little bit of space from one another, right? Okay. And then over here is the advanced options where a lot of these won't apply to us. So I really wouldn't mess with the advanced options. This also might conflict with the plugin. So I would definitely just stick with the content and also the style tab right here. Okay, so we have our pancakes, right? But maybe you want to make another section here for the steaks, right? So if we scroll down, let's just go ahead and delete this demo contents. I don't think we need any of this right here. What we're gonna do here is I wanna actually duplicate this section and I wanna drag it down. Now there's a way on how we can do that, and that's using the navigator. So I'll click on the structure over here, and then you're gonna see that we have this structure here, right? If I click on this structure, you're gonna see that the pancake section is highlighted. What I can do right here is right click, duplicate, and now what I wanna do is take this and I wanna drag it below the food item list, okay? So in case you're not sure what I just did over here is, let's go ahead and move this over here really quick. I duplicated this section and I made it right here below the pancakes. So now what I can do is take this and type in steaks, and then I can add in the steaks down here. So I'll go ahead and add the flex box, right? I'll go ahead and close this. I no longer need it. And over here, I'll type in WP Cafe or WP. There we go, the food menu list, and I'll drag it here. And then for the steaks, same thing. We'll go ahead and put dinner. And then of course we can adjust this to our liking like we talked about before. You can design it and you can style it and so on and so forth, right? Let's see if you can copy and paste the elements. I'm not sure if you can actually copy and paste this specific element onto this one. Let's just go ahead and take a look here. Oh, I can. All right, so I can copy and paste the element. So you can go ahead and style this section here, and then you can paste the styles over here so that it looks very similar. Really quick, what I'll do here is I'll go ahead and add in some more description. I think adding in more description makes it look a little bit more thorough, right? So I think something like that looks a lot more professional. So this is how you can add the items here and how you can create your menu from scratch, right? And obviously you can design this, we can even get rid of this here and we can just go ahead and just like leave it like that, right? So the sky's the limit. You can design this any which way you want. But once you guys are done with the menu and once you're done styling, let's go ahead now and click on publish. Because I think at this point you understand how to, add menu items and stuff like that. Now really quick, there are other widgets for WP Cafe. So we also have different elements for WP Cafe, and if you want to explore these, just go ahead and click on this, the flex box, and then you can drag them in. Whoops, looks like it disappeared on me. WP Cafe right here. So for example, we have the menu tab. Take this. And then here we'll add in some categories, right? Breakfast, dinner, and steaks. And then this can be something like our menu, right? Our menu. Okay. And then here it's just going to throw in a list of all of the items. So you can always go this route if you want to go this route. Just make sure for the menu counts that you put in as many products that you have. So here I'll put 50, right? So I only have 6, obviously. So here we have menu style 1, and then we also have menu style 2. Right? So it really depends on how you want to approach this, right? So this is another way on how you can portray your menu. I think this actually looks really cool. I do like this. You can also explore the other elements as well. The plugin really does automate the process by giving you a few different styles, or you can use the page builder and create it, however which way you want. You'll see under my demo website how I used actually a different style. So I believe I used menu style 3. Yeah, I use this style right here. And then I obviously just reduced the actual description because it was just a little bit too long, right? So the sky's the limit. You can go ahead and design this menu any which way you want. Now, once you're all done designing the menu, you'll then go ahead and click on the publish. Now, really quick, let's go ahead and go back to the backend of WordPress. So now that we've created the actual menu, now let's talk about the general settings for this plugin. So let's go back over here. I'll leave this. Okay, and on the left side, you're gonna see WP Cafe. So let's go ahead and click on Dashboard. So this is the actual dashboard for your website, and you're gonna see that this will actually show you the total sales. You have the customers, reservations, and this is pretty much all the info that you need for your restaurant. But let's go ahead and explore some of these general options. So right here, I'll click on Settings. Now you can choose to allow location. This will essentially create a pop-up on the front end, and it'll actually make the user select a location. Here we have mini cart, where you can allow a mini cart on your website. And there's two different styles. There's style 1 and style 2. The next is the reservation. So we can go ahead and allow reservations on our website. And here we can fully customize it. So here's the form customization, the schedule, email settings, and the notification email. We'll come back to this in just a bit, but let's go ahead and finish the rest. Okay, now the next option is the style tab. This will essentially change the colors on your menu right here. So for instance, if you do want to change this color scheme to something else like orange or something, here we have the primary color, and then we also have the secondary color, right? So I'll go ahead and save those changes. And over here, I'll refresh the page. Now, if nothing happens, all you got to do is clear the cache. This is actually done with the Lightspeed Cache plugin. So right here, I'll click on Purge All. And then you'll see right here, it adds in the colors right here to the menu. So that's what the style options are referring to. Here under the general settings, you can adjust the date and time formats, and then also the calendar language. So you can change this to English, Arabic, Spanish, German, Japanese, Russian, and so on and so forth. Let's go ahead now and click on the Save Changes. And here we have available shortcodes. So what I want to do here is we can actually place these shortcodes over here. However, this is only if you're not using Elementor. We don't really need to do anything right here. You can also place a reservation shortcode on your website. But really quick, let's go ahead and make a reservation page. So plus new and page. And then we're going to type in reservations. Here I'll click on Publish and Publish. So now I'll click on View Page. And what I want to do here is I want to incorporate the reservation page. So here I'll click on Edit Page. Unfortunately, sometimes you make a page, you have to click on Edit with Elementor in the backend, and that'll activate the page builder. Okay, so right here, I'll click on the Flex box. And what I want to do here is type in reservations. Here it is, reservation form. And I'll drag and drop that. Okay, so this will prompt the reservation form. They have two different styles. They have menu style 1 and style 2. Okay. You can also change the label color here. So if you want it like black or something, we can make it black, right? So you'll see here, we can adjust it. And then for the style, we can go ahead and change the background color. So if you want to change it to something like black right there, you can do that, or white. For the input color, you can also change this over here to this is actually when you're typing things in, right? So it'll change it to that specific color. And then we have the placeholder color. And then over here we have buttons. So you can adjust the button color and the background color. So for example, if you want to change it black, we can do that. And just like that, right? So here we go. All right. Okay, so as you can see, you can fully design this. I'm not really sure what the reservation image does. I think this is after you fill it in. So tell you what, let's go ahead and add this in right here, and then we'll find out as we go. Okay, and really quick, I want to go ahead and add in a title right here. So I'll throw in a little title right here that says reserve a table. I'll just go ahead and put this in the center, and we'll throw in some padding. And then I'll click on Publish. Okay, so here is our reservation form. Now, really quick, we need to adjust some of the options over here under reservation. So the first is the general. This will essentially let them know about like the messages. So it says, thank you for booking. We have confirmation as well, right? Here we have form customization, where we can allow cancellations, require a phone number, show branch name, or is branch name required. Here we have a schedule. Here we can select a capacity for a single slot. You can allow a number of guests, a maximum number of guests. Here we have a schedule. Now you will need to set a schedule in order for this to work. So what we can do here is I'll just go ahead and put every single day, And our start time is going to be like, I don't know, let's do 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Okay. You can also choose like holiday exceptions, right? So the earliest time for reservation. So this is basically saying how many days can we book in the future, right? So I'll just say you can book up to like 1 month in the future. So they basically can't book past that, okay? Last time for reservation, I'll say you must book at least 45 minutes in advance, and then I'll click on Save Changes. Here we have the email settings. So the sender email address. So this is the email it's gonna come from. Reply to name. So I'll put the name of my restaurant. So Daryl's Place. You can notify the user, so you'll get an email regarding this. And also when the customer books, they will also get an email. These other options are for the pro version. So we're just going to go ahead and skip that. So the notification email will actually let you and the customer know that they have booked on the website. So for the admin, we'll put, you have a new booking, reservation. And then we can take these short codes. So here you'll see that we have the date, right? So we have the date. And then we also have like the time as well, right? So here we have the date. And then here is the message, right? So we'll also take the message. Okay, so date and message. And this one right here goes to the user. So we'll just put like, thank you for booking. And then I'll put confirmed. And for the title, we'll put thank you for booking at Daryl's Place. And this one is for me, obviously, so we'll put something like new booking. Okay, and once you're done, we'll go ahead and scroll to the bottom and then click on Save Changes. Okay, so let's go ahead and reserve a table. So here we have the calendar. So I'll click on the 21st, right? Here I'll put in my name, Daryl. I'll put in my email. Here I'll put in a contact number. And then I'll put the start time, right? So I want to book a table from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Now this is optional. You don't need to add the time, but this is, you know, what you can add. Okay, so once we add the time, we'll then put the number of guests. And then here I'll put a message. You know, we need a booster seat. And then I'll click on book table. Oh, so there's that image. So once you actually click on book table, this image will display, and then I'll click on confirm booking. Okay, so now it says, thank you for your booking. Your booking is pending. Please check your email. Okay, so first let's go ahead and check the dashboard, and let's just make sure that we can receive confirmation of this reservation. So right now, if I click on reservation list, you'll see that here is our current reservation. So I'll go ahead and click on edit. And what we can do is we can confirm this. So for the status, I'll go ahead and confirm this and then click on update. So now we're letting the customer know that their booking is confirmed. So then you'll see that the reservation is confirmed. Now, if we go over here to the customer email, you will then see that the customer has received an email saying, thank you for your booking, confirmed. Now, if any time these emails do not send to your email or they go to spam, I have another video right here that shows you how to fix this. It's really simple. It takes about 6-7 minutes. And all you need to do is add in your credentials, and this will route emails directly to your customer's email or your email. Also, since you are all using Hostinger, you can use this video right here and create a free business email. So this will actually show you all how to create like an email such as john@yourrestaurant.com. So I'll go ahead and leave these two videos in the description for you, just in case you have any email problems or if you want to create a free business email from scratch. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next section, but before we do, I wanna quickly show you all how to add in offline ordering, just so that you can test the websites and test everything out. So let's go ahead and add in a dummy payment gateway really quick. So over here under the WooCommerce and settings, we'll then click on payments. And let's just say I want to add in cash on delivery. So this will essentially allow people to place orders on your website, and then you can actually pick up the cash at their, at their place. I don't recommend doing this. I would definitely recommend the credit card option, but I'm just going to use this just to give you a demonstration of how people will purchase on your websites. So right here, I'll click on the menu. And I'll just, add this right here to the cart. We'll add this one, right? And then I will click on the cart. And then you'll see we have a total of $149. I'll click on checkout. And this will now take customers to a checkout page where they're going to go ahead and enter in their information, and then they can make the purchase right here. So I'll go ahead and fill out the billing information. Okay, so once the customer fills out their information, the order will update. So you'll see right here, this is their order. They qualify for free shipping because the order exceeds $100. And then we have cash on delivery. So right here, I'll click on place order. And that's it. So now you'll see the customer has actually paid, and this is the checkout page. And as of right now, there will be a notification for you that you have a new order. Okay, so in this part of the video, I'll show you how to integrate payment gateways. Now there's a variety to choose from, but in this specific tutorial, we're going to use Stripe and also PayPal. Stripe is like the #1 most popular payment gateway. It's accepted all around the world. It has low transaction fees, and it's free to get started with. So I'll walk you all through how to integrate payment gateways in this section of the video. Okay, so now we're going to walk you all through how to integrate payment merchant services. So let's go over here to dashboard, and over here under plugins, let's click on add new plugin. Now we're going to add 2 payment merchant services. We're going to add in Stripe and PayPal. This will give your website the ability to accept credit cards and also allow users to pay you via PayPal directly on your websites. So here is the first plugin that you'll need. It is WooCommerce Stripe Payment Gateway. Right here, I'll click on install now. And then we'll click on activate. Next, I'll click on add new plugin. And then we'll type in PayPal. So right here, you'll see WooCommerce PayPal payments. Make sure it is the one by WooCommerce. I accidentally installed this one before, so make sure that it is for WooCommerce. So right here, I'll click on install now. And then we'll click on activate. And for those of you who actually want to accept crypto on your website, I have another video using Coinbase, and you can actually use the Coinbase plugin to accept cryptocurrency as well on your website. I have a whole other video on this. If you do want to go that route, I'll leave that in the description. It takes about 10 minutes, but it's completely free to do. But let's go ahead and go over here to WooCommerce, and let's click on settings. Next, I'll go over here and click on payments. And here you're going to see Stripe. So I'll go ahead and turn on Stripe. Now it's asking us to connect with Stripe. Okay, so this is stripe.com. Now stripe.com is a completely free service. It does not cost you anything whatsoever. There's no sign-up fee, no membership fee. There's also no credit check whatsoever. All you need to do is have a bank account and link it with Stripe, and then they will transfer the money directly to your bank account every week or month, or you can set the intervals of when you want to get paid. So I'll go ahead and sign in with Stripe. You guys will obviously need to sign up and make an account. So I'll go ahead and log into my account right here. Okay, so I went ahead and I logged into my Stripe account. Now I'll go over here to WooCommerce and then click on connect an account. It'll then sync up with my browser, and then I'll go ahead and select my accounts. So I'll click on connect. And that's it. So now you'll see that Stripe is now enabled on the websites. Now, if you want to accept real credit card payments, you'll enable Stripe. If you want to use test card numbers just to get started with, you can enable test mode as well. I'll go ahead and scroll to the bottom and then click on save changes. So let's go ahead now and run a test transaction over here. So I'm going to go to visit sites, and now let's go to the menu and let's order something. So our menu, I'll go ahead and add in these 3 items. Okay. And then I'll click on checkout. Okay, so here is the checkout page. You'll see that we have the 3 steaks. We have the free shipping available. And if we scroll down, we now have the option for a credit card. So I'll go ahead and use this test account right here. We'll save this for future payments. And then right here, I'll click on place order. And that's it. So the website is now synced up, and you'll see we have a credit card payment of $160. And if we go over here to our Stripe accounts and we click on refresh, you'll see right away it has accepted a payment of $160. You can always double check this by going over here to transactions And you'll see right here, there is a transaction for $160. So that's how you can integrate Stripe onto your website. Now, once you're ready to accept real credit card payments, all you have to do is just take it out of test mode. So going back over here to the settings and clicking on payments. Under the Stripe, I'll just click on manage. And then all I'll do is just uncheck test mode and then, just save changes. So that's how you can integrate Stripe on your website. Now let's also talk about the PayPal option. Now, if you do decide to add in credit cards, I do recommend to take off cash on delivery. It's up to you if you want to have this on your website, but I feel like that would deter people from paying you on your website. So for the PayPal option, I'll just go ahead and turn this on. And then all you got to do is click on activate PayPal and then log in with PayPal. If you do not have a PayPal account, you can make one completely for free. Just make sure it's a business account. That's one requirement. So I'll go ahead and log in. And once you log in, you'll see that you can now accept credit card payments using PayPal. So right here, I'll click on return to WooCommerce. Now, once you click on that button, just go ahead and let this page load. It takes about 10 seconds. And then you'll see it is now connected. Really quick, let's go over here to the payment section. Now, once you activate PayPal, just make sure that it is checked. Sometimes I've noticed with PayPal that once you activate it, it's still off. So just make sure that the payment gateways you want are selected on, and then click on Save Changes. And then we can go ahead and test this out. So let's go over here to the checkout page. And if we scroll down, you'll see we have our order. And users can now go ahead and use PayPal as well. So we have cash on delivery, credit card, and then also we have PayPal. So they can pay via PayPal and pay directly on your website via PayPal. So that's how you can integrate payment gateways on your food delivery website. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so now I want to show you all how to create a custom thank you page. Now, on my demo website over here, you might have noticed that this page looks a little different than the page that I showed you all previously. So let me walk you through this. So this is my other website, and if I scroll down and I go ahead and make a payment, once I place the order, you're gonna notice that this page right here is like a custom thank you page. So this is the page right here. You'll see that it's all customized. So I'm gonna show you all how to create this type of thank you page. Now, of course, you don't need to do the same exact thing that I'm doing, but you've probably already noticed that on our demo websites, our page looks a little different. And the main reason why is it's really geared for like e-commerce style websites. So if I scroll down over here and go to place order, it's going to look very different, right? So we're going to install a free plugin, and it's going to allow us to customize this page so you can notify your customers about anything that you want, or if there's something that you want to notify them about the delivery, or just, even offer a coupon code. I'll walk you through how to do that. So let's go over here to our dashboard. Now, of course, this is not required, but I think most of you probably want this feature, right? Because it is important that you notify them that you have the order and that it's on the way. So for search plugins, you're gonna type in thank you page. Okay, and once we type that in, you're gonna see that there's a variety of plugins to choose from. Now, I did tinker around with a lot of these plugins before making the video, and I found that this one here by Solace Theme is the most easiest to use, yet it also offers a variety of features, so you won't be limited. So go ahead and install this one here. It's called Thank You Page Customizer. It is by Solace Theme. So right here, I'll click on Install Now, and then I'll click on Activate. Okay, once that's done, here you'll see this new tab right here that says Thank You Page. Now this is their options. So they have general options, they have a unique coupon, and then they have the email. And this is just basically letting them know that their order was placed, and this will send to the customers automatically once they make a purchase. Let's go over here to general, and here you're gonna see Go to Design. So click on Go to Design. Now, once you do that, it's going to open up the theme customizer. Now on the left side, if we scroll down, there is a new option here called WooCommerce Thank You Page. I'll go ahead and click on this. And now you're gonna see that we have these options right here. Now, once you select that, it's going to prompt you over here to the new thank you page. Okay, so this currently right now is the new thank you page. And if I scroll back down here again, you're gonna see that there is this drag and drop builder that they have created for us. So you'll see there's a thank you message, a coupon, order confirmation, And you can also add in more widgets here. So you can add in social icons, a Google map, order again, payment method, or just a random text editor. So if you go over here and you see what I've done, I added in a text editor. I added in another one right here just to insert more text. And then I put the order confirmation. I added some social icons, a YouTube video, and then the order details right here. So go ahead and follow that up here. I'll go ahead and throw in a text editor. Now, what's cool about the text editor is that you can add in images, you can add in shortcodes, and what I did was I actually added in a Lottie animation. So let me show you which one I used. So this is lottiefiles.com, and this is where you can get free animations for your websites. You'll go ahead and make an account. It's completely free, doesn't cost you anything whatsoever. And up here, I'll type in cooking. So here is a list of some animations you can use. You'll see there is a variety. I use this one here, right? Just a little bowl with, a little spoon and they're cooking and stuff like that. So you'll go ahead and click on the one that you want, and then you'll click on download. This will actually take you to another screen. Now, once you're here, you can make modifications to this. I'm not really gonna go too much into this because obviously I don't wanna make this a long video. I just want the image. So in order to download this, make sure you click on the download tab, and then you'll see GIF. So I'll go ahead and click on GIF. Here you can adjust the size if you want and the frame rate, and I'll click on export. This will go ahead and download the GIF onto your computer. And let's go back over here to our websites. And now I want to go ahead and add this media. So I'll click on add media. Next, I'll click on upload files, select files, and then I'll select the file right here, which is the GIF. Click on open, and then click on insert into post. Next, I'll center this. You can also, I think, make it bigger, right? Yeah, you can make it bigger just by dragging it like that. Don't make it too big because then it gets a little pixelated. Here, click on OK. You're gonna notice it's right here, and I can take this and drag and drop it up to the top, just like that. Well, maybe not too much. Well, yeah, I guess that's fine. For the thank you message, I want to center this as well. So I'll click on this, and here are some styling options. So I'll center this as well. Now notice over here under my other one, you'll see that we have another text right here. So I can just go ahead and add in another text module. So text editor. And then obviously here you can type in anything you want. So I'll just go ahead and paste in that, their order's coming, and I'll center this as well. Well, here, I'll center all of it. All right, there we go. Click on OK, and then I'll also drag and drop this up here. There we go. Actually, I think this looks a little better in the middle, right? There we go. All right, cool. Now, obviously, you guys can go ahead and design this to your liking by adding in more. If we scroll down over here, you'll see that we have this customer information. Now, I just replaced this with just a YouTube video. Now, in case you're not sure how to do that, you'll go ahead and click on Add Items, click on Text Editor, and under the text, this is where you can place the embed shortcode. Okay, so here is a video of Gordon Ramsay, right? And once you go to a YouTube video that you want, you'll click on Share. And then you'll see this embed option. You'll click on this, and this is what you're gonna copy. So I'll go ahead and copy this, go back to our website, and under the text, I'll also paste that right there. And I'll click on OK. Okay, and then over here under visual, you'll see that that's the video. And then I'll click on OK. Now, while you're editing, it may not display, but once you actually close it, it'll actually display. But sometimes in the editor, it doesn't display videos because when you're actually seeing the theme customizer, sometimes video players get a little weird, but once you close it, it'll work just fine. Now, over here, you'll see I added some social icons above that. So over here, plus social icons. Oh, there it goes. Weird. Okay. Here, I'll go ahead and drag that up there. And then if I click on the edit button, this is where we can add in more social icons. So you'll see Facebook URL. You can put your Facebook page, Twitter URL, and Pinterest, and so on and so forth, right? And you can pick the colors and everything else and stuff like that and design them. But really quick, let's go back. Now, I really don't want to show the customer information. Me personally, I just feel like I don't want to show that, right? So I'm going to go ahead and close that. Now, if you want to add in more rows right here, you can go ahead and add in like a more row, and then you can also add in more elements as we go, right? But I felt this was very simple to use, right? I mean, you can just visually look at this and know, okay, I get it. Like any idiot can make this, So yeah, so that's basically how I created this page. Once you're done designing this page, you'll then click on publish. and then you'll click on close. And we can test this out. So what you can do is just run a test transaction to see if it's working. So I'll go ahead and go to menu. Okay, so I'm back on my checkout page, and I'll just go ahead and place a quick order. And then you'll see, voila, we now have this beautiful thank you page that we have custom created. So that's how you all can create a custom thank you page so it doesn't look so e-commerce style, right? Now, really quick, if you want to get rid of this, all you got to do is click on the edit page. Okay, so for those of you who want to extend the functionality of your websites, I'm gonna walk you all through the Pro version. Now, the Pro version of WP Cafe gives the ability to add product add-ons. You can also allow people to reserve tables on your website with a visual layout builder. So I'll cover all of the Pro features in this video. Now, this is a paid plugin. However, we do have a coupon code in the description below. So there is a link and a coupon code for this product in the description below of this video if you do want to grab that. So in this part of the video, I'll walk you all through the Pro version of WP Cafe. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about how to incorporate the Pro version. Now, you might have noticed earlier on my demo website how we can add in add-ons right here, and you can also add in global add-ons. So here you'll see that I have these global add-ons. However, these add-ons right here are specifically for this tuna. So I'm sure you might want to offer, specific add-ons for all of your products, but then have individual add-ons for each individual item. Also, you can have custom reservations as well in the Pro version and a few other things, but I would say that's probably the most useful thing for the Pro version. Now, there is a link in the description of this video. It'll take you to a website called WP Cafe. Now, I believe I do have a discount code for this website as well, so I'll leave that in the description. Once you get here, you'll click on Get WP Cafe Now, and it'll take you to these pricing options. So here are the various pricing options, and what's cool is they have yearly and they also have lifetime. So if you run one restaurant and you want this plugin for lifetime, you get lifetime update and supports. You can go ahead and purchase their lifetime. I do wish more products out there had lifetime like this, so I personally think this is probably the best deal. If you manage multiple websites, you can go with the premium, and if you want unlimited websites, you can always go with the agency. However, if you are on a budget, you can always go with their yearly plan and then use any of these plans. But just remember, these are on a subscription basis, so you'll have to pay this every year. So once you decide on a plan that's good for you, you will then click on Buy Now. Oh yeah, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if this video doesn't work out for any reason, no problem, you can always get your money back. You'll go through the process right here and you'll go ahead and check out. So you'll enter in your first name, your last name, and once I get a coupon code, I'll leave the coupon code in the description as well. But once you go to the checkout process, I will then meet you in the My Account section. Okay, so here is the My Account section, and you'll see that you have your purchase available. All you'll do right here is click on View Details and Downloads. So here is your purchase download, and if I scroll down, you'll see your license and also the Pro version. So once you scroll down, you'll see under license keys that this is your new license key for the Pro version. And if we keep scrolling down, under products, you'll see that here is the download link for the Pro version. So you'll go ahead and click on WP Pro, and this will download the plugin onto your computer. And then you'll go ahead and upload it to your WordPress websites. So let's go over here to Dashboard. Under Plugins, add new plugin. I'll click on Upload Plugin, choose the file, and then right here, I'll see the plugin. It's a zip folder. I'll click on Open, and then I'll click on Install Now. Next, I'll click on Activate Plugin. Now, once you do that, you need to enter your license key. So right here, you'll see Activate License Now, and then it says Marketplace. So you're gonna select Theme Winter, and then you'll paste in the code right here. All right, and that's it. So as of right now, we are now running the Pro version for this specific plugin. Now, right away, you're gonna see product add-ons. However, there are more options in the settings now. So let's click on settings. So you're gonna notice that we have a lot more options, right? So we have mini carts. There's a few more options for mini carts. There's now tipping. So now we can enable tipping on the actual websites. So if you want to have tips, you can say, sure, 5% of the order, or you can run a fixed price of like $5 or something like that. You can also add in coupon codes as well, so you can offer discounts. We have special menus. This essentially will create a pop-up where you can create a specific pop-up. And like for example, on the 23rd, if you want to have like a special menu, all you're going to do is you're going to create a new page, and then you're gonna link that page right here. And this typically will pop up when the user is on your website. That's if you have like a special menu that you don't want like on the actual website, but you want it like on a specific day or for a specific holiday. Just to give you an example, I'll go ahead and just put in something here. So for the special menu, I'll just give you an example, right? So here you have holiday special, 30% off only for today. And then for the menus, I'll just add in some items here, right? Okay. And button text, it'll say order now. And then you're gonna create a custom page and you're gonna link that page right here. Okay, so I visited the website on a new browser and I'll go ahead and just scroll down a little bit. And you're gonna see right away they're greeted with this special menu. Of course, you can change this, right? So you'll see there's like the super steak, and they can actually click on this and go directly to those specific items. Or if they click on order now, it'll take them to that page that you want created, right? So you'll see if I click on order now, it'll actually take them to the staff page, right? But this would obviously be your new menu page. So that's how you can create like a special menu for special occasions. So the next is the pickup option. This will essentially allow your customers to order in the future. So for example, if you want them to book in the future, right? I'll just go ahead and just change this over here to 12 to 12. So I'm allowing them to order anytime in the future, right? So this is the pickup weekly schedule. You can also select a pickup time interval. This will essentially just say like, oh, you can order every 30 minutes or something like that, right? So it'll say like 12 to 11:30 to 11 and so on and so forth. So the next is pickup on weekly holiday. So for example, if Sunday is typically a holiday where you live, you can say, tell you what, we don't deliver, but you can go ahead and pick food up over here. Like maybe if you have no drivers, you can just say Saturday and Sunday are like the pickup days, right? And you can also choose pickup holidays. So for example, like if it's Christmas or something and you're typically closed, you'll say, you know what, we still will allow pickups if you choose to do so, right? So you'll go ahead and add that. And yeah, once you're done, you'll just click on Save Changes. So the next tab is the Delivery tab, and this will essentially allow customers to place delivery orders in the future. So for example, if they want to have a delivery for Friday, you can go ahead and say, yeah, we'll allow them to pick a delivery time and dates, and then you can set the schedule of when you want to allow deliveries. These are the same options as the pickup, right? So you can allow customers to order food and pick it up in the future, and the same thing for delivery. The next is the QR code. QR code is pretty cool because this will actually create a QR code for you. So you can use this actually as a menu, right? So I'm gonna put main menu. Now for the page URL, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our website and take the menu link. So going over here, I'll click on menu. Now this is gonna be our QR code. So when people scan this QR code, it's gonna take them directly to this specific page. So I'll go ahead and copy this, go back over here, I'll paste it and click on add. Here I'll click on save changes. Once you click save, you'll click back on QR code, and here is the QR code, and you can download this. You can actually put this in your restaurant. So if you want to have like a restaurant with no menus, you can just make users scan the QR code, and this will prompt the actual menu. So I'll click on download. Okay, so here is the QR code, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna scan this with my phone and share the screen with you all. So I'll go ahead and click on the link here. So you'll see right away they can, oh, there's the secrets menu, right? You might want to disable that for mobile, right? So, but yeah, you'll see that they can go ahead right here and view the menu. Obviously, you can make a different style menu. Maybe you can make this as a PDF and then use that instead. But if you place any link there, it'll use that as your menu. So next, let's talk about the discounts. Now, I kind of skipped this section, but let's say, for instance, you want to offer 10% off of your food products. You'll say, okay, we have 10% off, but 10% off of what, right? So over here, you'll see that you can select specific food items, or you can select specific categories. So you can say, you know what, if you guys come before 7 a.m., we're gonna give you all 10% off of breakfast items, right? Or you can say, well, we'll also give you 10% off the pancakes and this or that, right? So you can go this route if you choose to do so. Now, there's another way to add discounts as well. So I'll go ahead and close all these. So you're gonna see this says or, right? So you can offer percentage discounts per menu item or category, or you can say, if you spend a specific amount of money, we'll also give you a discount. So if the order total is $100, they will get $10 off. And then here I'll put $10 discounts applied. Now the next option right here is total amount. So you'll see add-ons total amount or total amount. For some reason, I guess the developer felt that if you spend, I guess, more than $100 in add-ons only, then they'll give you this discount. But I think most people would go with total amount because I think that makes the most sense. So this is totally optional, but I'm just showing you that you can have discounts on your, your food website. So once you make the changes that you want, you'll click on Save Changes. Next is the live ordering, and this essentially will just make a little noise on your computer, and yeah, it'll just notify you like cling, 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 hey, you got to order, and you can actually add your own media file right here. So every time you get an order on your website, it'll actually make a noise and let you know there's a new order, which is actually kind of helpful, right? So I'll click on Save Changes. Here we have the mini cart. This will essentially allow you to place the mini cart on your website. Over here, you'll see that we have this mini cart. Now you can actually change the icon of this as well. Going over here, you'll see there's menu cart style 1. There's also 2. To be honest, y'all, I don't really know what style 2 even looks like. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So I'll go ahead and refresh this page over here. So it looks like it's the same thing here. Maybe I got to clear my cache or something. Here, let's clear my cache. Oh, okay. So you'll see it moved it here to the bottom, right? So that is, how it looks. It places it there at the bottom. And the other one, I believe, places it on the side of the websites. So over here, you'll see style 1 and then style 2. Save changes, right? Refresh the page. Got to clear my cache here. Purge all. Okay, yeah. And then it puts it on the right side like that. Okay. So yeah, there's just 2 different styles. So in the general settings, we have a few options here. The first thing is allowing location. I'm personally not a fan of this option. So if you do select this, it'll prompt a little checkbox when the user visits the website, but nothing really changes if they select their location. So personally, if you do have multiple locations, I would recommend just making a subdomain for those locations and having a whole nother website for those locations versus having a pop-up that really doesn't do much. So just give you an example here. So I'll visit the websites and then you'll see location. So if I select Los Angeles and whoops, there's the pop-up and press on OK, it's now basically saying that I am from Los Angeles. But the thing I don't like about that is the menu doesn't adjust, right? So they can still order from Las Vegas and stuff like that. So I personally would recommend having a different website for each location. Now the next option is pretty cool. So this will allow users to select the option for either delivery or pickup or both. And this is actually kind of cool. So I'll select both right here, and going over here to the website, once I click on this, you'll now see that users have the option for delivery or for pickup. So that actually is pretty useful. So the next is the order preparation days. Now this is only really useful if you're a large restaurant that does catering or you take orders and you need specific days in advance. But for most restaurants, you're not going to select anything here. The next is the Google Maps API. This will essentially show your location. However, there is a better alternative to use. The Google Maps API does cost money and it actually is kind of hard to set up. However, you can always just go ahead and paste in your location with Elementor. So for example, here is this restaurant right here, right? So you'll go ahead and go on Google Maps, right? So let's say for instance, like this is your restaurant, right? You'll click on Share and then you'll see Embed a Map. And what you can do here is you can use this code and just place it on your website. So I'm back over here on my website, and let's just say you want to add like a map somewhere, right? I'll scroll down, and here I'll just insert the flex box, right? Over here, I think they have a Google Maps widget now. Yeah, they actually do right here, Google Maps. Now, what's really cool is you can just type in your address right here, right? So for example, if you are in Las Vegas, right? You'll see that Las Vegas shows up. However, this does leave it a little broad, right? So what you can do here is you can add in the shortcode HTML widgets. So I'll right click this, right here, right click and delete that. And we're gonna find HTML and I'll take this and then you'll paste in that code from Google Maps. And then you'll see it shows the, the Capone's Pizza and it has an exact location. This is a lot more accurate, right? So if I feel like this way is easier for people. So all you gotta do is just go to Google Maps and then just take the code right here. You can also make this larger or you can like pick like a custom size, and you can adjust it to your liking. But if you don't want a custom size, you can just click on something like medium, right? And then you can place this literally anywhere on your website. So for example, if you want to put it over here, right, I'll delete this. And then I'll throw in the HTML, right? Maybe this will actually make it a little bit smaller here, right? Paste it in there. But yeah, you'll see it's a little weird, right? But hey, you can always work with this, right? You can always be like our location, right? So I'll take this, drag it here, right? Drag it above. Let's see here. Here we go. There we go. Okay. And then just put like our location, right? But you get what I'm saying, right? You can literally put this anywhere on your website, right? So our location, or you can have it like this, right? So that's how you can incorporate maps on your website. And then lastly, we have a minimum order amount. So if you want users to have a specific minimum order amount, which I think most of you do, you'll just go ahead and put that dollar amount there and then click on Save Changes. Okay, next let's click on the Style tab. If you do want to change like the colors for your website, you can do all of that right here. So you can change the primary color and the secondary color as well. Okay, now here we have the reservation tab, right? So the form customization will just essentially ask for more info, right? So you can require a phone and then fill out any of this other information that you want right here. However, here we have the extra field. If you want to ask questions to your specific customers, you can do that here. So for example, if you want to ask them maybe if they have a child or if they're pregnant or if they're allergic to specific food, you can go ahead and place it here. So I'll put pregnant, and the checkbox test will be yes, or it'll be no. Okay, here I'll click on add and save changes. Okay, and if I scroll down, you'll see that now there's this option. So you can go ahead and create custom fields just in case you want to ask your customers any questions that might be related to your business. Okay, so that was form customization. Here we have schedule. So the first option is the multiple slot schedule. This essentially is for restaurants that might have specific schedules that they want to follow. Maybe you're open on Monday and Wednesday and Saturday, or if you close at specific times and reopen, then this might be practical for you. So just to give you an example, right? So you can choose every day or weekly, right? But I'll just go ahead and select every day. So every day, what time does the restaurant open up? Well, it opens up at 9 and it closes at 5 o'clock, right? And this is schedule 1. Here we have seat capacity. So I'll say there's 20 seats, right? But I'll go ahead and click on this again. And we actually close at 5, but we reopen at 8 o'clock. So here I'll put 8 p.m. Maybe there's like a nightclub thing going on or something like that, right? And we're open till 12 a.m. And this is schedule 2. Seat capacity is 20. So you can go ahead and follow this format. So you'll see right away, we open at 9, we close at 5, we reopen at 8 p.m. and then we close again at 12 a.m. So you can select every day or you can select a weekly schedule. So if you want to have the same sort of approach, but you want to select specific days, like for example, Monday. Oh, sorry, we got to go ahead and close the weekly one. We'll go ahead and close this right here, right? Okay. Here, click on weekly. So for example, if we are open on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we can select specific times, right? So on these days, we're open from 5 a.m. to 10, right? Schedule 1. 20. And you can also adjust this as well if needed. So you can add another schedule, to that if you want to go that route, right? So for example, let's say on like Sundays and Saturdays, maybe you're open later, right? I know a lot of restaurants do open later. So maybe you can put like 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., right? 10 p.m. And this is schedule 2 and then 20. So you can go this route if you want to have specific days and times. I think this actually might be practical because I don't think you're open every single day, the exact time every day, right? If you are, you can just uncheck this. But if you do have a specific set schedule, you can use this booking system. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and close that. So next we have seat capacity. This is saying how many people can book a table, right? So probably just like up to 4 or 3 or something like that. Here you have the minimum guest number, the maximum guests, right? Automatically confirm the first guest, which is, practical. Here you'll select the schedule of your restaurant. So you can go ahead and select the weekly schedule or everyday schedule, right? Here you have holiday schedules, so you can add holidays over here as well. And over here, you'll see this is called exceptional schedule. Essentially, you can accept specific days. So these are like special days basically, so you can go ahead and add those in. Earliest time for reservation, I think something like 1 day in advance is good, right? And then last time for a reservation, here we have at least 45 minutes in advance, right? That's saying they have to book at least an hour in advance to get the table, okay? All right, I'll click on Save Changes here. Next, we have the email settings. So this is the sender email address. So this is where the emails are gonna come from. So next we have the receiver email address. These typically are the same. Send to a branch email. So if you are like a large corporate company, you can actually also send this to this admin right here. Maybe this is like the higher ups or something like that, right? Reply to name. So this is the name of my restaurant. And then below that, we have the emails. So if you do want these emails being sent out, you'll leave these checked. If you do not want them checked, then you'll go ahead and uncheck those. And we'll design these in the next section. So click on Save Changes. And the last one is notification email. So next we have the notification emails. And right away, you'll see that we have these template tags. And you can use these in your emails as well. So for example, I'll go ahead and copy this one just to give you an example, and I'll scroll down. Now the first one is the new reservation email subject. So this is gonna go to you as a business owner. So here you have a new reservation. It's gonna show you the date and also the message. And here we'll also see the user email, right? We can also see, I guess their phone number, right? I'll take their phone, right? Copy this. And then, paste this in, and you can add to this. So this is a new email, etc., right? So this is gonna go to you. Now here, this is one that goes to the actual customer. So here is the title, thank you for your booking. So here we have the new reservation email subject. So these go to your actual customers. So the title is thank you for your booking. And below that, you can go ahead and design this. Now remember, this is going to your customers. So if you want to remind them of the actual, message, you can, show their message here. And then maybe put like the date and time, like regards, your restaurant, right? Or up at Daryl's place. Daryl's place. Okay. And scrolling down, now these are for the reservations. So reservation confirm email subject. And then the same thing, and so on and so forth if they want to cancel. So you'll just go ahead and make sure that you fill all these out right here. These are very important to add because your customers will receive these when they book on your websites, okay? I'll go ahead and click on Save Changes. So emails will be a problem on your website, and I do recommend and also require you all to watch this video. This will essentially allow you to create the free business email, and it'll also fix any of the problems that you have of emails not sending. So for instance, right here, you'll see with Hostinger, I actually walk you through how to actually use a business email. And I also show you how to link it up with Gmail. Now the emails will be routed and sent from Hostinger to your Gmail account. So I highly recommend that you watch this. If you don't watch this, you might have a lot of issues with emails not receiving customers. So I highly recommend to watch this video. Okay, so now that I covered a lot of these options, there is one more that we need to talk about, and that is the table visual layouts. So here under the tools, you'll see table layouts. I'll go ahead and check this and click on Save Changes. Now remember, this is only if you choose to go this route, right? Now once you do that, here you're gonna see table layouts. I'll click on this. And this is where you can build your layouts, right? So seat capacity, I'll just put 20. You can choose to have a table fill and a table fill color. So here you have some color options, but the first thing I want to do is I want to upload an image right here. So I'm going to upload an image of my restaurant. So up here, upload files. So I'll go ahead and upload this image here. So I'll leave this image in the description of this video as well, so you can use this to follow along. Here I'll insert it. And really quick, I'll go ahead and scroll down here, and this is where you can create a visual layout. So for example, if I want to add a round table, I'll put that here. I'll add a chair, right? And add in one more chair, okay? Now, if I want to add a larger table, here I'll click on Add a Round Table. And then I'll add a chair here. Add a chair. All right. See, then add a corner table. Oh, this was the right one. Corner table, right? And then so on and so forth. So hold on, add a chair. Okay, so I added too much, right? So up here, you'll see I only added a seat capacity of 4. So you guys get the idea, right? So you can go ahead and, add these in. So I'll go ahead and delete this one, and then I'll click on Save Changes. Now, just remember, table reservation only works with single slot reservation. So if you do select multiple, this will not work. Now, in order to display this, all you got to do is go over here and click on Available Shortcodes. So you can actually use these shortcodes and place these anywhere on your website. So even like the food menu items or the category list, you can use all these shortcodes in the Pro version. Here in the reservation, you can also use this as well. So you can, put these shortcodes anywhere on your website. But since we're using Elementor, we don't really need to use them, but you can if you want to. So right here is the visual layouts. I'll generate a shortcode, and then I'll click on Generate. And then I'll just go ahead and paste this on the website. So here is the reserve a table, and literally all you need to do is just paste this in a block, just like that, and then you'll see that pop up. And that's it. So that's how you embed it on the website. All right, and here I'll click on View Page. And here you'll see that we have reserve a table, right? Once user selects the dates, you'll see right away this pops up. How cool is that? And then here they can pick the time, and then they'll go ahead and select the seats, right? So they can select the seats they want, and they'll fill this out, and then they'll book the table. So that's how you can create a visual layout. If you do need some help finding like restaurant visual layouts, you can just go to Google. So here I typed in restaurant visual layouts, and they just give you like these random ones. I think I used one of these from somewhere, but you can find something similar to your restaurant, or you can just go to Fiverr and ask someone to create one for you. So I just grabbed one right here, and I just used it just for tutorial purposes. Okay, so that is pretty much it for all of these settings for WP Cafe Pro. Now let's focus on one of the more important features like product add-ons. So over here, you'll see product add-ons. Let's go ahead and click on that. Now there's a few ways to do this. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and create an add-on, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and add some product add-ons. Now the first thing I'm gonna do right here is add one add-on. So this is gonna be a global add-on. And right here, I'll put in drinks. I'm not gonna make this required. And you can also add in some description. So I'll put like, get a cold drink. Now, what kind of drinks do you want to offer, right? Well, the first one is water. This is going to be $3, right? You can leave this as default selected. So this is automatically going to be checked for them if they, click on something, but I wouldn't have that checked because that's a little aggressive. So now we have beer, right? This will be $5. And also we will select Coke. Coke will also be $3, okay? So I'll go ahead and click on Save Changes now. Okay, so we have drinks, right? Now, where do I want to add this? I can add this in categories, or I can add this to menu items. So I want to add this for pretty much everything, right? So I want to add this for breakfast, dinner, and then steaks. Obviously that was, a mistake, but we're just gonna add it there anyways, right? And then I'll click on Save Changes. Okay, let's go over here and let's click on an item. Okay, so right away you'll see that we have drinks, right? So we have water, beer, and then Coke as well, right? So these are the add-ons, and if we click on these, you'll see the price changes. Okay, so now let's talk about how we can add add-ons to specific categories, right? So over here, you notice that these are global add-ons, right? So whatever I add over here, it's just going to propagate to whatever menus I select. However, you might want to have specific add-ons for specific items, right? So going over here, I'll click on Edit Product. Okay, I'll go ahead and scroll down. Right away, there's this new option that we have, preparation time and delivery time, if you want to add that in, right? So I'll just put, I don't know, something here just to show you what it looks like. I'll scroll down, and here I'll click on WP Cafe add-ons. Now we have this option for new fields. So just like we did it before, you're gonna create your own add-on for this specific product. Now you might wanna ask them how do they want it cooked, or if they want mashed potatoes, right? So you can have multiple add-ons for this product. So just to get started with here, I'll put sides, okay? And I'll put like French fries, All right, that's gonna be $5. And also we'll do mashed potatoes. Okay. And then I'll click on add a new field. So I wanna add in one more, right? So I need to ask them, how do they want this cooked? So over here, I'll go ahead and select long text. Now you can choose to like, do radio and then add in like all the different types, but I think the customer might wanna type it in, right? So how to cook. And then over here, I'll put medium with a question mark. That's my placeholder. This is required because we do need to know this information, right? And then for the description, I'll put, how do you want it cooked? Here we have character limitation where you can limit how much they can type, but I'm not gonna limit them, and I'm not gonna charge them for this because obviously we need to know this information and they should not be charged for telling us how they want it cooked, right? So once you set those add-ons, you'll scroll to the top and then click on updates. And then I'll view the product. Okay, so here is our super steak. And if we scroll down, you'll see here is a list of all of our add-ons. Now we probably added too much description here because now the add-ons are like kind of, going downwards. But here I'll select water. Here we have the French fries or mashed potatoes. It looks like we forgot to charge for mashed potatoes. We screwed up there. But yeah, just make sure you add prices for your add-ons. And then for how to cook, I'll put, I will like it medium or medium rare, right? And once they select this info, they'll then click on add to cart. You'll see right here, it has been added. And you'll see right away, drinks, sides, how to cook, I like it medium rare. So this will actually appear in the orders. And lastly, don't forget, over here under the WP Cafe dashboard, this will show you a list of your reservations, your sales, your refund, your customers. And if you actually want to see the orders, over here under WooCommerce, I'll click on orders. Here is a list of all the orders that you will receive. So once you do get an order, you can go ahead and you can confirm the order. This isn't required. So over here, I'll just select completed and click on update, and that completes the order. So if I click on orders again, you'll see it is completed. So that is pretty much it for the pro version of WP Cafe. I think I went through all the options and I explained it very thoroughly. The only thing I would recommend is, again, to watch that email tutorial just to make sure that your customers do get all of the emails right here. You'll see that it'll end up right in the Gmail account. So I do recommend to watch that tutorial. If you have any questions about the pro version or there's something that I missed, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Okay, now for those of you who want to integrate a delivery service on your website, in this part of the video, I'll walk you through how to do that. We are going to integrate a service called ShipDay. ShipDay will allow you to create drivers. You can also assign orders to specific drivers. It'll also let your customers know where their order's at, and it'll give them a text message notifying them about the delivery status of their order. So in this part of the video, I'll walk you through ShipDay and how to integrate a delivery service on your food ordering websites. You guys ready? Let's go. Okay, so in this part of the video, I'm gonna walk you through how to integrate a delivery service in your shop. Now, we're gonna use a free platform called ShipDay. If you do wanna access this website, there is a link in the description below of this video. But the very first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to install the ShipDay plugin. So let's go over here to dashboard and we're gonna integrate our websites. So over here, plugins, let's click on add new. Here under search plugins, we're gonna type in ShipDay. Okay, so here's a plugin that you're going to need. It is called the ShipDay Local Delivery App for WordPress. Go ahead and click on Install Now, and then click on Activate. Okay, now the very first thing is, let's go over here to WooCommerce and click on Settings. You're going to see this new tab right here called ShipDay. So the first thing is we need to get our ShipDay API key. This will connect ShipDay with our websites. So this is shipday.com. Now there is a link to ShipDay in the description of this video, but this website essentially will add a delivery service in your food ordering website. Now you can start with the free version and this will actually show your customers where the drivers are. But before we do that, let's first click on pricing and let me explain the pricing options. So I'll go ahead and scroll down right here. So we have a few different options, right? We have starter, professional, branded premium, and the business advanced. Now in the free version, you can add up to 10 drivers. The driver will also get a delivery app where they can log in. Here you'll see that you can get proof of delivery and it also shows live tracking. However, if you do decide to upgrade to the professional, with this right here, you do get SMS notifications. Route optimization really isn't that necessary, and you do also get the professional reporting. I do believe if you want to get started, I think the professional and branded premium are probably the best options. The branded premium allows you to add in the restaurant name in the app when people actually click on the link. So with branded premium, it allows you to brand your restaurant. However, with professional, you cannot brand your restaurant, but you still get the SMS notifications for your customers. But let me go ahead and walk you through this. So the first thing that you'll do right here is click on Start Free, and you'll see the pro features as we go. So right away, you'll see I have dispatch where I have I have my orders tab, and this is the actual interface. So this is right here where your orders will display. So every time someone purchases something on your website, it'll sync up directly with ship day. If I click on drivers, these are the current drivers for our restaurants. Here is map. This shows the location. Here we have reviews, right? So you can leave reviews as well for the restaurants. Here we have reports. We have integrations, which we don't need because we're going to integrate WooCommerce. And let's go over here first and let's click on the settings tab. So the first thing that you'll need to do here is under business settings, you'll need to put in your business information such as your name and your logo and stuff like that. Below that, you'll see you can enter merchant or a delivery company. If you're just a standalone restaurant, you're going to select merchant. Next, we have brand customization. Now, I believe this is a pro feature. And this allows you to set branding. So you'll see that we can select brand colors, right? We can put the name of our restaurant when users are looking at the app. You can also collect Google reviews as well. And also people can go ahead and click on your social links, and you can add this in the delivery app. Now the next tab is marketing. I believe this is actually in their premium plan. And pretty much what this allows you to do is you can add in a link to your website on the delivery app, as you can see. And you can also run campaigns where you can promote like people to actually book directly on your website. So yeah, that's an option, right? Here we have dispatch settings. So this will auto assign delivery orders once they come into your restaurants. I believe this also may be a pro feature. I'm not sure if this is in the free version. So next we have the driver settings, and here are just some options if you want to like show order item to the customer, show earning info to drivers before they accept, and so on and so forth. Third-party deliveries, you can sync this up with DoorDash and also Uber as well. Customer notifications, here we have email notifications and SMS notifications. Personally, I recommend doing this more than WooCommerce. The main reason why is because they're gonna get notified via email with this website and also SMS notifications. So you don't need to go ahead and fix the SMPT with WordPress if you decide to have ship day send out emails and SMS notifications to your customers. Route planning, this is in the pro version, but I don't think you need it. I'll just be honest, you don't need it at all. Here are the users. You can always add new users. You can add staff to manage this for you by clicking on invite users. So the invite user will allow admins to manage all of this for you. So you can teach someone how to use this and then like create a role for them. And then they can access this right here without logging into your personal accounts. And then location, this will actually just show your location. You can change between miles and also kilometers. So you'll go ahead and fill as much information out in the general settings as possible. And once you do that, let's go over here and first create a driver. So over here, we have drivers. Let's click on new driver. So go ahead and fill out some information for your driver. So you're gonna put his name, his email, his password, and he's gonna need this information when he downloads the app and tries to go online. Okay, so I went ahead and filled out some demo information, and then I'll click on save. Okay, so here we have these drivers, right? Now there is an app that your drivers will need to download in order to go online. So if you type in Ship Day Drive app, here is the application. I'll go ahead and click on this. So this is actually for your drivers, okay? So this is not for you. Now there are two different apps. So this is the Ship Day Drive for your drivers, and there's also one for you. So this is the admin app. So this is the Ship Day app, and this is for you. So this is gonna display all your analytics. You can view all the information. And Ship Day Drive, this is gonna be for your drivers. So next, let's go ahead now and integrate Ship Day with our websites. So let's go back over here to our accounts, and we're gonna go over here and click on My Accounts. And we're gonna scroll down, and here you're gonna see API key. Just go ahead and click on Show. Here's the API key, and then over here, we're just gonna paste this in. Okay, and then I'll click on Save. Okay, so now that we've integrated ship day, now let's actually open the driver app and make sure that our drivers go online. So I'm gonna share my screen over here on my phone, and I'm actually using the driver app. Okay, so right away you'll see that I'm ready to go online, and I'll click on go online. Once I go online, I'm now ready to take orders, right? So this is actually an old order, so I'll go ahead and just get rid of this one here. Okay, so as of right now, we have no active orders. So let's go back to our ship day accounts, right? Okay, and here I'll click on orders. So when someone buys something on your website, this will actually display right here. A new order will display. As you can tell, we have no orders, but I'm gonna go ahead and delete all these orders, and we're gonna start from scratch. So now let's go to our website and buy something, and then I'll show you the process of how all this works. So let's go to visit sites, and let's go ahead and buy something, right? Okay, so here is the checkout page, and the user will go ahead and fill out all their information right here. You'll see the orders on the right-hand side. And what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna share my screen on the driver app and show you how all this works. Okay, so as of right now, John has his app ready, and right away, I'll click on place order. All right, so I'm brought to this thank you page right here. You'll see the order is ready. And let's go back over here to ship day now. So if I click on orders, you'll see that we have this order ready. So here under the orders tab, you'll see the order is ready for pickup. And you can click on this, and as soon as you click on this, it's gonna notify John there's an order ready. So you'll see here on my phone that this little thingy popped up. So I'll click on mark as picked up, and then I'll mark it as on the way. Okay, and let's check the text messages now. So here you'll see that there is this new order. So I'll go ahead and click on this SMS message. And now it shows that it's on the way. Now, obviously I'm in Asia right now and I've set this to Las Vegas, but you'll see that this is on the way and John is our driver. They can call him and text them. And here is the direct ordering link where they can click on that and order directly on the websites. So let's imagine John came over here and he confirmed the order. Here, I'll take proof. So I selected image and signature, but here the customer will sign this. So they'll go ahead and sign this. And you can choose if you want to add an image as well. So they might want to take a picture of it. So I'll go ahead and just, take a picture. So just imagine like that's like the receipt right there and just, that's the picture, right? I'll use this photo. Here, I'll put the name of the person and then complete the order. All right, cool. And for John will get $5, right? And you can set this in the options. So I'll click on got it. You'll notice right away here that this disappeared because that is now in the completed order section. Now there is some optimal options. So let's go over here to the settings really quick. And we have the dispatch settings. So under dispatch settings, I'm gonna click auto assign and then make sure for hours, we just put 0. So that's basically just gonna say the first driver available, we're gonna go ahead and book it for them, right? Or we're gonna assign the order to them. Your customers will get an email right here notifying them that they can track their order via email. So they can track it right here. Also over here, you'll see they can actually leave a Google review. So if I click on great, you'll see that we can now leave a Google review, right? And they can always leave feedback and they can rate their driver John and then they can submit their feedback. So great. And then click on submit. And you as an owner can actually see this. So going over here, you'll see reviews. And then right here, you'll see it displays right here, right? And going to your customer email, your customers can also track the order. So right here, they'll click on track and they'll get an email and also a SMS notification about their order. Okay, so I realize many people watching this video are probably not the best designers, right? You're probably new to WordPress, you lack the design skills to make a nice website. We actually offer more than 400 different templates on my website, and we offer a variety of food templates. I did show you all in the beginning of this video a variety of food templates. In this part of the video, I'll walk you through our templates. I'll also show you how to import them on your website for those of you who want to go that route. However, I do have to notify you something about our template kits. Our template kits require Elementor Pro, so that means you'll need to upgrade to Elementor Pro in order to use our kits. The reason why is because we use a variety of pro elements. We also use the theme builder, so we give you pop-ups, we give you custom shop pages, custom single product pages, and a lot more. So in this part of the video, I'll walk you through some of our templates and how to import them on your websites. Okay, so in this part of the video, I'm gonna walk you through some of our Elementor template kits. Now, I realize some of you might not be the best designers, and that's okay. You know, you don't need to be the best designer, but you might want the resources for some really nice templates. So here's my website, darylwilson.com. I'll leave a link to this website in the description. If you go to this website and you scroll down and you click on WooCommerce, here is a list of available kits. So you'll see that we have a variety to choose from. We have quite a bit, right? So we have, cozy corner and, all these different niches. Here, I'll also click on food. And here's a list of our restaurants. So we have a bakery one, we have tea, we have tofu, we have burgers, we have this one right here, rancheros, and also this one. If you do want to purchase our kits, right here, I'll click on more details. And you can purchase one of our kits for $29, or you can subscribe and get all of our kits for $99. Or if you want lifetime access, you can purchase the lifetime for $149. Now, this includes access to all of our kits, plus all of our future kits. So as long as you're subscribed or you're a lifetime member, you will continually get access to all of our new kits. Once you download the kits, I do have a video right here explaining how to actually import it. So all you'll do is go to your website and you'll just simply upload the zip file. It's really simple to do. The only thing that you will need to have is Elementor. So if you are interested in this, I'll go ahead and leave this along with a link to our kit factory in the description below of this video. Now, if you are interested in our free kits, we are developing a WordPress theme, and it's going to include many of these templates, as you guys can see right here. So this theme is still in alpha. That's why I did not want to have you install it. But I think maybe like in a month or two from now, it'll be actually like in full stability. So here's a theme. It's called Solace. And once you activate this theme, you'll see the Solace tab right here. And you'll see Starter Templates. I'll click on Start Now. And then I'll click on Start Now. So for search, I'll just type in food. And then you'll see that we have this Japanese restaurant one right here. We have a burger delivery and also a Mexican restaurant. So if I click on this, you'll be able to actually customize the colors and the fonts. So for example, here is the restaurant, and you can change this to like green or, this color or that color. And once you do that, I'll go ahead and click on continue. And then this will import the demo content. Now, on some hosts, this does not work really well. So we are trying to figure out like the bugs and glitches, but in about a month or two from now, this theme will be in full stability and you'll be able to import this on any websites. But as you can tell, this is quite fast. Just talking here, you'll see it takes at least like maybe 15 seconds to import. And voila, now we have a brand new Japanese restaurant. And you'll see it looks really good. It imported everything successfully. Scroll all the way down, and yeah. So if you do want to check out those templates, you can download the Solace theme and give it a try. All right, party people, thank you all for watching my tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. For those of you who asked me in the comments why I was sweating, right now in Thailand, it's extremely hot and humid. Even with the air condition, I'm still sweating just sitting in my room, right? So I'm not nervous. It's just really hot out here. Also, if you have any questions regarding Ship Day or WP Cafe, let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer any questions that you have related to the plugin. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Daryl Wilson and I'll see you all later.